pretty much that Tua was going to get a deal. We weren't quite sure what the number was. I'm a little surprised he didn't reset the market, but we'll get more into it. Shady, what's your reaction to Tua's new deal?
I'm happy for the brother. He got paid. I like it for him. But we're getting to a point now where it's like you could be a really good quarterback and get elite great money, right? Like as we look at this, the list now of all the quarterbacks getting paid, you got Trevor Lawrence, right? You got Tua, you got Jordan Love's about to come up, right?
You have Joe Burrow, yeah, right.
You got Joe Burrow. You got all these guys. So I'm just thinking of all these different names. Like if I'm Joe Burrow, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, if I'm these guys, it's like why I gotta be elite? Why I gotta be elite? Because guys like Trevor Lawrence is the head of the class as far as getting paid. And it's like every other position, they don't go through this, right? We just had a conversation earlier about Brandon Ayuk, really, really good wide receiver, right? All pro, hard to do. What, he had 1,500 yards, Dave?
Yeah, something like that.
But if he said, hey, I want to be the highest paid wide receiver.
We got a problem.
Whoa, wait, got a problem. Jamar Chase, I don't care what he got going on, right? A couple more years left. If he wants to be the highest paid wide receiver, it's a problem. CeeDee Lamb, right? If I want to be the highest paid wide receiver, it's a problem. So every other position other than the quarterback has to go through this. If you think Justin Jefferson's a lot better than CeeDee Lamb or however you see it, they both are elite. Yeah. So how it should work is the elite should jump over the elite. That's how it works. At the quarterbacks, it's not that. Like, Tua is a good quarterback, but to be the top 3 highest paid quarterback, does that even make sense? All I'm saying is that the way the NFL is going, it's going the wrong direction. We're only worried about one position. We live in a real world. I'm not even making this up. Where guys like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson's, Patrick Mahomes, they're in an era where where Trevor Lawrence makes more money than them. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
I'm not surprised he got a deal. And if he did reset the market, I wouldn't be surprised.
Damn, Joy.
I'm actually surprised he didn't jump Trevor Lawrence.
He should have, right?
Yeah, I mean, based off of the way that the quarterbacks are getting paid, it would make sense to me that he would jump Trevor Lawrence in average annual value. We just showed the list. It's Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, then Tua, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, and so on. That part of it is surprising to me. I knew that Tua was going to get paid, and he should get paid. Tua stabilized the organization. They've been to the playoffs the last 2 years. He's the next man up. Yep. He's answered the question, at least last year, of health and what he's capable of doing. Do they have steps they need to take as an organization? Do they need to do better in the postseason? Sure. Yes. But as far as what he's making per year, I am a little surprised by it. I do hear what Shady's saying, but Dave, what is your reaction?
Street.
Yo.
Hold up,
What's
bro.
good, bro?
Let's over to the side right quick. I'm sorry. And now
Yeah,
Joy Joy got your boy. Joy got your boy. Joy got your boy right quick. I'm sorry.
Trying to dig that last booger, man. Dang.
Joy got me, man. Listen.
Joy, put Joy back up there. Let me see.
Make my phone the P phone.
I ain't get a good look at it, though. I ain't scan her. Like, I ain't get a good look at it. I was over here focused, man, trying to get ready.
Nobody asked you to focus. Nobody asked you to focus, dog.
Put Joy back up there.
Well, if there ain't a hot girl, then what do you call that? Don't be looking at, hey, man, watch out, man. Don't be looking at my lady too long, man. Watch out. Get out of here, man.
Jason Taylor's sister, right?
I'm glad she don't look like Jason Taylor. Anyway. What's up with you, bro?
I remember when she first got started, dog. Like when she was trying to get into media.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Miami. I think she did a little work with Generation X.
Anyway. All right, I'm back, y'all. Real quick, Hayes Street, the private jet has landed in the motherland. We in Africa, y'all. We in Kenya, y'all. You see the giraffe. You see the zebras. Huh? You see them. Huh? If y'all don't see them, talk to me. Y'all see them. Huh?
We in Africa, boy.
We in Africa, dog, the motherland. Anyway, listen, man. Welcome to Hayes Street, man. Great Monday. It stormed like bananas here yesterday. Street, how was your weekend? Because I can't wait to tell you about mine.
Had a decent weekend, man. Went out and shot some football. Did some work. Not do anything significant. My mama caught a flat. Had to go over there and find out she didn't have a spare tire. Like, what else? Cut my stuff off. Now I look like a rapist.
Well, I saw the Chester molester face. I said, "Oh my Lord, a grapist." YouTube. He said a grapist.
Gotta start over again, man.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but yeah, that's about it. That's about it for me, man. I don't think I did anything significant, bro.
Well, I did something significant.
Yeah, the house to myself.
Yeah, the house to yourself, dog.
Yeah. Lady went to Jamaica for her class reunion.
Okay. All right, there it is. All I can tell you what I did, Street, is I had a good time off in here. You understand me? Shout out to American Senior High School, ASH in this mug. We had our all-class reunion. Y'all know that's something they've been doing lately with the all classes, and I think it's brilliant that they do that because you get to see people that you hung out with maybe a year previous or two before you and a year after you or two. You know what I mean? You get to see the younger classes, the older classes, and you all kind of mingle, man. But shout out to us, man. We had a great time off in the building. We give y'all a taste of what we did, man. We already copyright because of Joy Taylor, but
Please, man.
Y'all be ready? What's up? Shout out the gold ball right there. Talk to us, dog. Hey, boy, right Talk to me, man. Hey, you on live?
That boy lit, boy.
Hey, it's going down tomorrow. There's only two kind of people, Streeter.
You can say you have best high school in the goddamn county.
You know a lot of it, J-Fo.
Shit, all they care about is football.
Come on, J-Fo.
But I don't care.
Doing the goddamn thing, all right?
Hold up. I'm going to sit be a real patriot. There's only two kind of people in this world. Those who are patriots
and those who want to be goddamn patriots.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huh? All right. That's enough. I can't take no more. Hold on. Where that boy 12 at? Look at 12. Look at that boy 12, Street. Look at 12. Look at my dog 12. Ah! My bad, dog. I'm having too much fun. I can't help it. My school better than your school, dog. I can't help it.
12 going on there yet.
Yeah, boy, listen, we had a good time. That's just the pre-party. I'm gonna do the picnic tomorrow because I'm crazy like that right now. I'm going nuts with it. Anyway, had a good time, man. I appreciate it. Man, I got the picnic too, dog. I'm the media. Street, that's what you told me. You told me I was the media, so I believed you, dog.
I'm the media.
You told me I'm the media. You say we media, dog.
I didn't know they let you in the club with a camera like that. You had a little camera? You had your phone?
No, that was my camera, dog. I'm gonna get right. Hey, boy, this the best camera on the market right here, boy. This right here, my DJI. Look, watch this. That thing talk to you, boy. Huh? What's up, baby? Yeah, what we doing here? Why did I turn that thing around? Look at that.
They didn't even know what that was.
But remember, it was a private party too, though. It was a private event. So
How long?
See at American, dog, we don't go to the club and just say it's our party. We rent the whole venue, if you understand what I'm saying. That's what we do. We rent the whole venue.
Now, come on, man. What that was? A lounge?
Hey, dog, you saw that thing was getting it. Don't make me sit here and play the whole thing. You know I'm having, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Street. I had a great time. It was some people I have not seen in 30 years, dog. Like, that's crazy that we've been out of high school 30 years, bro. Street, like, the number don't register to me.
Yeah, that is crazy, dog. It seemed like it went fast.
And I'll say this. If you haven't gone to your reunion and you don't think it's like that, trust me, man, just go. I talked to cats that I ain't talked to in 30 years, and it's like we just left off, like we left school Friday and came back over the weekend that Monday. Like we was in the hallway again, bro. Like it was no problem, no issue. You know what I'm saying? Like it was love, dog. It really was, man. I'm gonna make sure I never miss one of them as long as I'm there.
Like picnic.
That was the meet and greet that Friday. The picnic was on at Amelia Earhart on Saturday. All alumni.
Okay, but them people in that club graduated with you, or they just all American?
It was all alumni. So you had people from
like the Northern picnic. Okay.
Yeah. The all class thing, man. Yeah. Hey, y'all killing me in the chat right now, but my knees ain't that damn bad. Y'all killing me. Shout out to Kane, $10, man. Any update on S. Wallace's injury, and will a staff hold a spot for him depending on how much time he needs to recover? I saw his whole senior year plus freshman year probably. What's your thoughts on that, Street? Because I don't have the detail. I know you kind of broke.
I think so, man. I think so. I think they're gonna get him back right with the surgery. I'm sure the University of Miami Medical will have something to do with that. And now he good, man. Amari Wallace's been playing safety since he was 8 years old, bro. Like, I don't know if you're gonna get that much time in service at a position. He doesn't see anything. He doesn't see everything.
Yeah. Nah, like I say, man, it's
just dropped his mic
so
up, actually.
It's so unfortunate.
We just dropped his mic up on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So check that out. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's so unfortunate those type of things happen. And funny, I was just telling you about Big Ike at American. Broke his leg, I want to say last game of the season, dog. And he was slated to go to the U, dog. And it unfortunately just didn't happen.
What position?
Defensive tackle, man. You talking about a gangster? Yee. But anyway.
They dropped him? How did that end? They dropped him?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember, dog, at that time, we 17, 18, so I didn't follow it like that.
You're right. It's like 1936, 1937. You're right.
You give me them E. Brown years, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man, you're right, man. My bad. Shit.
Nah, it's all good, baby. But no, I believe so. I just believe that happened. But, times were different. You know what I mean? And it's just what it is, man. But anyhow, man, shout out to those people, man, and everybody, man. I had so much fun. But, yeah, the chat killing your boy right now. God, boy. I know it's all.
What did they say?
It took, man, who the Sauce Vader? Say, I had, Coach, did you have on your skates? I damn sure did, dog. I act like I had on.
Did you have on skates?
Look at Reggie. Coach didn't show the part where he had an old high school sweetheart. Hold up. See, look at this. Coach got to wrap his knees, ankles right now. Then how you know? You in my window? Stay out my window. Look at LMV, best high school in the county. Man, get this out of here. LMV, corner, 5 minutes. Get up in the 5 minutes, top right-hand corner. Hold up.
best high school in the county.
Man, come on, dog. Come on, man. Hold up. Somebody said something that job was actually funny, man. Damn, coach, anybody get arrested? Not that I know of. Oh, here we go. Brian. I know they had ibuprofen and being gay on deck afterwards.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, shit. Y'all too funny, man. I love it, man. Oh,
Just
I showed you. Mm-hmm. Y'all too much fun, man. I love it, man. I love it. I can't wait till the season gets started, dog. I love a good joke. I ain't gonna lie to you, Street. I love a good joke. But, man, we 16 minutes in, man. Okay, Donnell, class of 2000. Oh, millennial, baby. Hey, listen, that's what I'm talking about. Donnell, watch this. Put this part in the chat. There's only two kind of people in this world. Those who are patriots, and I'll let you put the rest in there, dog. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Nobody
ahead,
wanted
Donnell.
to be a Patriot, dog.
You crazy. You crazy. Dog, going down 183rd Street, you had Norland, Carroll City, and American. Come on, man. Come on, man.
They all Norland. They all like one.
Yeah,
Norland,
straight down.
Norland like on 194th Norland.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you went down 183rd, you had, you know what I'm saying? Norland, Carroll City, America.
Nobody remember American though.
What you mean?
I'm surprised you don't speak Spanish, dog. Hey.
Huh?
I'm surprised you don't speak Spanish.
I do speak Spanish. You okay? Mami, el negro que te totaron, sellos, niño, yo quiero teos años. Hold up, Street. I actually check this out. I took Spanish for 3 years with Miss Bojanski. And the only reason I passed because it was a black Cuban dude in our class and nobody knew he spoke Spanish. Nobody knew he was a black Cuban. That's how I passed that thing. They thought we were back there cheating off each other. My man knew how to conjugate the verb. You know what I'm saying? Yo, ustedes around here. Stop playing with your boy.
That full name was Bochansky.
No, the teacher name was Bojanski.
Oh.
How your name Bojanski?
Bojansky.
But she was actually, yeah, she was Spanish, but she actually married a dude. That's how she got named Bojanski. But Bojanski don't sound. No, it don't. She married. I just have to say she's married a dude. But you know what I'm saying?
There was a lot of Spanish people out there when you went out there.
Yeah.
Was it? I thought that was more recent.
Nah. Come on, dog. You talking about Miami Lakes, PSN, all that between American, HML, all of that. Remember, you had all of 57th Avenue. You had all that PSN area, Miami Lakes, all that. Remember, all the black people got in there because they bust in the Bajas. That's where the black folks went from the Bajas went there. And Lake LaSure.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, dog.
Hey, dog, why we changing the subject? When Streeter got to get his revenge on college football. I ain't got no other show tonight, so after we finish talking, we might have to shake one in, dog.
He been invading me, dog. He want to put up, even though I'm still up 2-1, you know what I'm saying? Ever since he beat the death out of me, he ain't want to jump on there no more. He want to do, no, man, let's do a real show, man. The people, they give the people what they want. You need to do.
Man, you gonna do me like that in front of everybody, dog? Hey, in front of my wife in front of my wife and everything, dog? You gonna ask me a question like that?
Nah, man, let's do a real show.
Well, you know what? You talking that ish. I hope your controller charged up because I'm about to give you this work after we do the show. After we do the show, then we could go in and give you this work.
These hands put on you. That's about to happen.
Last time you laid them hands on me, guess what? They were rough and rugged. And I gave you that. Oh, you can. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, you can.
Let's chop it up, dog. Let's chop it up, man.
Oh, you can.
What kind of animal is that? That ain't no cow. The hell was that?
What was that?
Oh, some kind of antelope type thing or something. Anyway.
don't know. I was
Anyway.
absent that day.
Well, you sure missed a lot of class, dog.
I was absent that day at school when we went over animals.
Street was out there filming stuff. He was out there filming stuff, man. He wasn't in class. Really flawed, Jen J, LMV. The ladies are in the building. I appreciate y'all, and we appreciate y'all. This is Hayes Street. We have taken a private jet to the motherland. We are in Kenya right now. The giraffe about to get busy over there on the little antelope, look like, man. So shout out to the motherland, and we definitely gonna have fun with it. Let's talk about the NFL quarterbacks. What's going on, bro? What in the world is happening with this money, dog?
We kind of got a little long-winded in the beginning, but what McGuy was saying at the beginning, do you agree with that? Like,
Totally.
He was saying that the quarterbacks basically all the money going to the quarterbacks. Like, are they that valuable to a game? Like.
Yes, they
are.
are.
You going to see Trevor Lawrence if you live in Jacksonville and it's like everybody Trevor Lawrence and the Temptations? So,
yes, to your point, right? So it is great analogy, dog. Even though they're bad, without Trevor Lawrence, you definitely don't have a shot. You're already bad. But without Trevor Lawrence, or maybe his caliber or his potential, you don't have a shot. So actually, the quarterbacks got the ownership in these GMs between a rock and a hard place, because it's one of those things. If you don't pay me, well, go out there and test the waters and trust your luck. So the old saying is, right, OG Kane, I got to get back to you, bro. My bad. But it's one of those things of the devil that you know is better than the devil that you don't know, as they say, right? Meaning, I know what Trevor Lawrence can do. I know what Tua can do. I know what Jordan Love can do. I know what these guys can do.
Right.
But if I don't pay him and I got to go with the guy behind him or, in the waiver wire or whatever, how much further am I setting my team back? To Shady's point, and I feel funny saying this, but it is the truth. Everybody wants people to get paid. But everybody's following this up with the comma but, meaning, you know what they say about butts, right? Street.
Everything I just said. Fuck everything I just said.
Exactly. So, hey, I really want you to get paid, but should I be paying Tua $50 million, averaging $50 million a year plus? Is he that good? And I think that's the problem. We're talking about a guy like Tua, and again, I'm not an NFL expert. Well, I'm sorry, I am an NFL expert, but I don't watch the games. But I'm an expert. But these guys are getting paid. Bro, Jordan Love was what, 9-9, 9-8 last year? A hair over 500 in the highest paid quarterback in the league right now?
The highest paid in the league.
And he was what, 9-8, I believe I saw. Come on, dog. Where let me ask you this. Where else, what other job can you have that you got 50% productivity and you get the highest paid?
Me. Baseball.
Pitching and hitting. I get it. Good call, coach. Good call.
Yeah, a 300, 400 hitter is they hit the ball 30% of the time.
Coach. 40% of the time. See the cut. Good call, coach.
No, but so when we started talking about these leagues,
bro, we really should have had Really Flawed on here. Oh, my man, stuck. Street, you stuck? Looking like Master P. I think Street stuck. You know what? Really Flawed. We should have. I apologize to you. I should have asked you.
That's Dave.
No, I think that's you. That may have been you. But Really Flawed really follows NFL. We should have had her on today to talk about this. I blew it, dog.
Tell Really Flawed, hey, bring it on.
If you want to come on really flawed, let me know. Hit me in the back chat if you want to.
Go ahead, take the shirt out, man. Find us something that shows some cleavage. You come on, jump on up here. You know the drill.
You know what, really flawed? I apologize. Like I said, that Clap Reunion had your boy going. But I think she might be she is the perfect person because she really follows it and she can really give some insight. I really can't. I can talk about the money part, but their playing abilities and so forth. Like she just straightened me all up. But he got them to the playoffs. But getting them to the playoffs, is it worth $50 million a year?
Is it worth like, bro? I mean, they're really hanging their hat on the quarterback, and maybe it's something we missing. Like maybe the quarterback team, maybe they figured out a team with a quarterback puts 20% more people in the stands. Man, maybe they figured something out, bro. It has to be a bottom line something to the fact that they invest this much in guys who haven't done that much.
Yeah, but I think that the quarterbacks have them by the cojones, meaning they know the market value, and every time it goes up, the bar never goes down. You never see anyone getting a Dan Marino contract, Brad Johnson contract anymore. Those days are done. Even the worst quarterback, bro, the practice players getting more than doggone Brad Johnson. Right. She says, I have so much to say about this. Please let me know if you want to come on. Hit me in the back chat. And I'll definitely drop you the link if that's what you want to do. And we'll have you come on definitely because I think you can add some great insight to this. And the super chat's gonna go crazy.
Go crazy. And we don't care. We don't care if your hair ain't done. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get a pass.
Hey, like they say, come as you are.
You gonna bring on just audio? You'll bring on just audio?
Nah, I mean, if she want the link, she's more than welcome to come on the screen. More than welcome. And then so let's do this right quick because I looked at Tua.
1 second, though, because the Tua argument, like Tua led the league in passing yardage last year.
Mm-hmm.
At least he can hang his hat on something. And he went to the play, but at least he can hang his hat on something. In a year that we thought we were going to watch his career end. We thought he eventually was going to get hit, concussion, and his career end. But he stayed upright, led him to the playoffs, and led the league in yardage. She said she just finished working out. I like him sweaty Hayes. That's so pet peeve of mine. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I like it tangy.
You mean a fetish? You got an old fetish. You like old greed. You like.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Like an old tank.
How about musty? Like a musty too?
You've been at work all day long. Natural. What natural smell? Man-made soap. God. God wants you to smell. Man-made crap.
That white diamond. That white diamond. The white diamond. Oh my God, bro. Adam, what's up with you, man? I don't be seeing you no more. But listen, you got to get in. Hey, Adam, you got to get in the fantasy, dog. Stop playing. But we'll talk about that here in a second. Yeah, hey, real quick. Okay. That boy Joe Mack said tangy. Okay. She said, give a minute. I will come as I am. All right. I will send the link, really flawed.
So listen, I got a quiz. Go ahead and handle that. I got a quiz for the people in the chat while you send that link. So listen, I got a short quiz. I got a real quick quiz for you. I'm gonna give you a salary, right? And I want y'all to tell me if he made more or less. Joe Montana in the chat. So I want you thumbs up if he made more or thumbs up if he made less. Joe Montana in the chat. Highest paid contract for 4 years. Was it more or less than $13 million?
Joe Montana. Hold up. Joe Montana, 4-year contract, $13 million a year, or the total contract?
So this thing, a Joe Montana 4-year contract was it more or less than, was it more or less than $14 million?
14 million. Okay, I got you. You mean total. I'll go less. What you say?
Less?
I say less.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to the next one. Jim Kelly, 5-year contract. Was it more or less than $22 million?
Oh, way less. Yeah. Ready. Go deep like Jim Kelly. I'm sorry. Shout out to Master P. That was you that said that, weren't you?
John Elway. Was it more or less than 19? 6 years.
Oh, 6 years. 6 years, 19 million.
6 years, was it more or less than 19 million?
I'm gonna go. It was more.
It was
I'm
more.
gonna say it's like 20.
Out of the first three, Joe Montana 4-year contract was $13 million.
So it was right at 13.
Right at 13. That's why I said 14. Jim Kelly 5 years was $20 million. So both of them was less.
So he made $4 million.
Jim Kelly got $20 million, bro.
He made $4 million a year.
One of the greats. John Elway's 6-year contract was $25.5 million, bro. One of the greatest quarterbacks we ever saw play, dog. Did Troy Aikman ever get a contract more than $45 million?
In total?
Yeah, like one of his contracts. This right here was for 8 years. You think it was more than $45 million?
Yes. For 8 years, yes.
You think it was more than $60 million?
No. 8 years. Let me see. 8
years. That's an 8-year contract. We own you.
Yeah, 8 years. No, that's like Patrick Mahomes. 10 years for $450. He only making. Think about it. He's only making $45 million a year compared to the other guys who got 4-year deals making $50+ million. Bro, the fact that Tua's making probably $6 or $7 more million than Patrick Mahomes, and he got 3 Super Bowls. Shout out to my Dolphins.
Like that market. What was that went across the screen? What was that?
Hey man, we are in the motherland. This is Wakanda forever.
Troy Aikman.
I say 50. I say 50, something like that.
It was $50 million.
Yep. Come on, Hayes. I told you I'm an expert that knows nothing.
The great Brett Favre. 7-year contract. Was it worth more or less than $38 million?
How many years? 7.
Troy Aikman got 50 for 38.
More. It was more because he played later. Yeah. I'll say 40, 42 million, something like that.
Brett Favre's 7-year contract was $47 million.
Damn. Bro, for 7 years.
In 2000, Brett Favre got a 10-year contract for $100 million. So I guess the numbers start going up then. Drew Bledsoe got 10 years for $103 million, and we pick at him.
But dog, here's the thing that's killing me.
Look at that jump, bro.
But look at the names you're saying.
The greatest.
Like, if you would have said Patrick Mahomes, I get it. He young. He did it early in his career. I get it. These other guys have not done it. And I can't really flaw it coming. She in H&M right now. She had hair and makeup, getting it in. But and she says something in here, potential. But that's crazy. That goes to show you how much money these people got. And Tua, and I'm not knocking Tua. I'm like shady on this one. I'm glad he got his money, but We know he's got injury issues. He's guaranteed $167 million.
Dog, but Patrick Mahomes got a 10-year, $450 million contract.
Yeah, but bro, that's still think about that. That's still $6 million less per year. Per year that two of them are making. So over 4 years, think about what I'm about to tell you. So in a 4-year period, let's say if Tua is making $6 million, in 4 years, Tua has made $24 more million than Patrick Mahomes in that 4-year period. Now, the long haul, of course, we know Mahomes probably won't ever see that 10-year contract. Right. You probably won't see the whole thing out.
Why do you think he did it like that?
To stay where he is.
I'm looking at Joe Burrow, 5 years. Trevor Lawrence, 5 years. Justin Herbert, 5 years. Lamar Jackson, 5 years. Patrick Mahomes, 10. Josh Allen, 6. Jalen Hurts, 5. Russell Wilson, 5. Kyler Murray, 5. Deshaun Watson, 5. Nobody on that goddamn list. Contract is less than $220 million.
That's what I'm saying. Dog, 200. That's why I put on the thing, 200 plus million. Bro, these dudes are 50 million plus. And think about what I'm about to tell you. Let's say Uncle Sam come in. He taking 40%. Let's just say 50 for math's sake. Bro, they making $25 million a year. Bruh.
We got some intro music for Really Flawed.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get it straight. Hold up. I'm coming Really Flawed.
What the intro song is?
Hold on. I'm trying to see what my doggone thing is.
I'm
coming Really Flawed. I'm coming.
But nah, bro, dog, listen, man. None of these quarterbacks are making less than $220 million, dog. Deshaun Watson. I think Jordan Love, Hayes got the numbers. Jordan Love, I think, is the highest paid quarterback in the league, I think. He's been leaving 3 years.
Really Flawed likes this song a lot, so we're going to make sure we play it for just for a little bit. Shout out to Really Flawed in the building. Coach, I had on my skates this weekend. Streeter, he never had skates because he didn't go to class. But Really Flawed, I need you to act like you got on some skates.
Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back. Slide, 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 slide. You finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide. I like you got some skate. Skates on, skates on, skate. I like you got on some skate. I like you got on some skate.
Really Flawed, act like you got on some skates. What's going on?
That made me so happy. That made me so happy.
I
did. That makes me so happy. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I love that
song. Sorry, this is how I look. So I just finished my workout. And then y'all were talking about NFL quarterback. Listen, okay. Judge me all you want. That I'm here. So whatever.
It's a wheelhouse.
My shoulders look good.
Wait up. So Really Flawed, you just came from the gym.
Let's look at those shoulders. Oh, yeah.
You just came from the gym, right?
Yes.
Most men in here probably see you and you think you didn't take 30 minutes to get ready like you did last time. You ain't get all dolled up. But to me, the beauty is natural now. Like you can really see who you wake up to. And I think men appreciate that, and women don't understand that.
Listen, if I didn't like this look, I wouldn't have showed up this way. So let's just, you know what I'm saying?
Does your shirt say? What does your shirt say? Most what? Almost what?
I almost pulled a muscle trying to give a fuck.
Oh.
Trying to what?
Okay. She almost pulled a muscle trying to give a fuck. I get it. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this is, I don't mind a natural look. There's nothing wrong with a natural look. I'm not here to, I'm just saying, like, I don't. I think I did a live once, and I kind of looked like this with my hair is just up. I'm disheveled. Just is what it is. So yeah.
So what do you thought? These quarterbacks taking up these salaries caps, right? Like,
Mhm.
and the value that the team put in the quarterback. It seemed to be first. It's so lopsided, but do you think it does it make sense to you?
It makes sense to me because this is what's happened historically. I think so. What I think is trying to happen for the NFL is there's been talks of the NFL trying to have salaries for quarterbacks and them having their own kind of market and then having other money for other things. So that's the first thing. So always remember the NFL is all about agendas and pushing things a certain way. The other thing is too, is game managers, in my opinion, have really taken over the NFL. And I don't think anymore, like there's probably not going to be another Patrick Mahomes that comes around anytime soon. And then you have Lamar Jackson, you have CJ Stroud, who's still young, so we still don't know. And you have who else is kind of dynamic? You have Josh Allen, he plays for the Bills. And if you kind of look at where those guys are at right now, they have longer tenure, they've been in the NFL longer. And then you compare those guys to the new guys that are getting these contracts, what they're telling you is they think that these new guys have the potential to be these old guys eventually. So that's why I said, I feel like in the NFL, they pay for potential and not always for what you did. So for example, Jordan Love, what was he, 9-8, but he went to the playoffs. He almost beat the 49ers. His upside, if you watched him play at the beginning of the year last year until the end of the year, he improved, he got better. So they're banking on him continuing to get better. And so they're going to pay him right now because the truth is, if they didn't pay him, if they didn't pay him right now, and then this year he went 12-4, that price is going to be more.
So let me ask you this, and I totally understand what you're saying. So they're basically paying these players on the front end instead of the back end, meaning
exactly
for the potential, like you said, versus you doing it. Here's, I guess, the issue, and maybe you can educate me on this. Definitely, when did that flip occur? Because it was always, oh, he did this, now he wants more money. Now it's he could do this. Now he's going to sit out and want more money. So where did that flip? I don't know. You're going to say the exact year, but like, what was the time period where it started to like turn in that direction?
I might have a different perspective on this than other people might have that watch the NFL. I personally think it started when Kirk Cousins got his, I think it was like his first like $100 million all guaranteed contract, I think is what it was. That was the first time in NFL history, I believe, a quarterback had ever gotten their entire salary 100% guaranteed. And that reset the market. And I think that was 6 years ago when he was with the Vikings. I can't remember exactly what year. So, but what that did is think about that. Historically, they were making about like 30, 25, still a lot of money, but it wasn't all guaranteed. Now, 6 years later, they're almost doubling that. And they're getting more guaranteed. So in my opinion, Kirk Cousins set that new precedent. And then they started paying people based off that one guy. So now it's like, what did Kirk Cousins do? Okay, now this. Then it's like, okay, what did Deshaun Watson do? What did Josh Allen do? What did Patrick Mahomes is a little bit different because he has an entire team. Let's exclude Patrick Mahomes. He's the exception. He's not the rule. Okay. And so that's what started to happen. It's like slowly it started to become, there it was. So in 2018. So then it's like he finally, first quarterback ever gets I think it was $100 million guaranteed. That never happened.
84 million?
Yeah. So guaranteed, that never happened. Mm-hmm. And that reset the whole market. So it was like if that's your base, and your base before that was like 30, now you're up. So it just started this trend. And the other part of this is this is a competition. So if I go, I'll use the Miami Dolphins. So they just paid Tua a shit ton of money. You can debate whether or not he's worth it. I personally would have never done that, but they did it. And now it's setting another precedent. So it's like, they try to pay their guy where they want to pay them, because now the next guy is probably going to get more than Tua.
Right.
And then the next guy is going to get more than
The
Jordan
bar
Love. And then
never
the
goes
next guy,
down. Right. And I think that's
Exactly.
what Shady McCoy was saying was, okay, I get you got quarterbacks, but I'm the baddest receiver who makes this guy who throws me the 5-yard pass and take you 80. I'm the Tyreek Hill you throw the bubble screen to and take you 80. I'm the guy like they get like, and I get the quarterbacks are the engine to the car. That I totally understand, right? Without the engine, wheels mean nothing. It ain't going on. You got the best
Right.
Pirelli tires, but if you ain't got nothing to push it, then I totally understand that.
Right.
I think my issue is, and you just explained it, and I guess I'm officially an old head now, is that we are now paying off potential versus, in the words of Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? Correct me if I'm wrong, Joey Flacco got the big contract after he won the Super Bowl.
Right. And I don't know what year that was, but pretty close. That's why I'm saying Kirk Cousins really changed this whenever he got that he was the first, I believe he was the first quarterback in the NFL to ever get a fully guaranteed contract. And once it happened, again, he hadn't done anything. He was setting the market for
What's up,
the
baby?
future.
Mhm.
The other thing is too, is I always tell people when you talk about, really when you talk about sports, multiple things can be true. Shady McCoy, he's absolutely correct. Like, yes, you need good quarterback play. You need that. I got it. But also, this is also, though, the guy that they market. This is the guy in the commercials in the towns. This is the guy that's bringing in the viewership. This is the guy that they're able to sell to NBC, to where NBC will say, perfect. Yeah, we'll give you $125 million for that. So while I agree with what he's saying as far as football on the field,
Not
it's
the face of-
entertainment. Right. It's entertainment. And so the back end of that is Tua must be good for Miami's market.
So explain this to me for the people, because I've always been a Tua fan, right? I love Tua ever since Nick Saban put him in the game versus Alabama. Nick thought he was special, and I hang my hat on that. Tua led the league in passing this year. The last quarterback for the Dolphins to lead the league in passing was the
Cleo Lemon.
The year I was born, boy. 1977, Bob Greasy.
Bob
Was
Greasy.
Wow.
Dog.
What was the question?
if
I
Tua
thought
isn't
it was
the guy,
Wilson.
right? If Tua isn't the guy, right? What is the option? Do you give him back and roll your dice again?
That's
why they paid him.
Right.
That's why they paid him.
The players got the owners in they got them by the cojones, because it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what's happening right now. And I think that's kind of where everybody else is expendable, even though Tua led in passing. And I tell people this. Shout out to Vic in the building. I got to get you on here, Vic. And he made a great call right here. Dan Marino never led the league in passing. But
no, we skipped Marino. We know Marino was not the greatest quarterback we ever had. I'm trying to explain to people, you know what I'm saying?
Got it.
What I'm saying is,
years ago.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is there's a leadership, there's an intangible component to this when it comes to quarterbacking. I know y'all gonna kill me when I say this, but I'm talking about the Tim Tebow college days. Part of the job description of a quarterback too is to be that leader, to be that general on the field, to be the guy that rally the troops. Yeah, the head honcho or the lieutenant, I guess. The general is the coach. General gives the orders. The lieutenant goes in and be like, he makes the orders make sense to the soldiers, if that makes sense. If I'm jacking up the ranking order, the street, help me out. But the quarterback get the guys going. And I think that's what made Tom Brady great. Not just his arm, not just his preparation, but his way he got the team going. They weren't star-studded. If this is all my opinion from an expert that never watches the game, they were I would just say middle of the road guys that he gave them power pellets and it increased their game. So that's what part of being a quarterback is. So yeah, you can have, and I always say this about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, to me, should have had way more championships than he has, in my opinion, for the caliber of quarterback he was. But I don't think that Peyton Manning was a true leader. I think he was a winner, but he wasn't a leader. And I got categories for that. I usually give them my players, but I'll let y'all run with that. And if y'all want to ask me about what I mean by winner versus leader, I'll let you know. But go ahead.
So the other thing I want to mention, because it's something that I don't think a crazy obsessed NFL fans think about whenever they look at these contracts, is they signed Tua to 4 years. So if you look at how the contract is structured, technically his deal is 3 years. Okay, so that puts it to 2027. If they let him go, though, in 2027, they will only pay a $19 million cap hit or something like that. So really, this is a 2-year deal. Now, here's in comparison. If you look at Russell Wilson's contract, their dead money for the Broncos is like $50 million or something crazy. So the Steelers this year are paying him league minimum. I think it's like $1.4 million, but the Broncos have to pay him $53 million or whatever in dead money. So in reality, if Tua in 2 years isn't working, it's not too expensive to get rid of him. So that's why, I think we get confused, and I've said this 1,000 times. We get confused on the number, like the 200 million, the 200, but it's not always that. It's how much is guaranteed, how many years, and how is this structured? So technically, they signed Tua for 2 years, and he has 2 years to prove that he's worth $40 million or 30, whatever it is. But if he doesn't in 2 years, they can let him go and only take a cap hit of $19 million. And to me and you, that sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad if they're in a position to get somebody better. That's only a $19 million hit. Does that make sense? This is like the business side of it. It's not just so it's not just.
You explained that very well.
So it's not just about
167. How much was guaranteed?
167. God dang.
So and then you have to look at how is it guaranteed? So like, he's probably going to get like 53 or 55 or something this year. He'll get something crazy like that the next year. They still have to pay him that money out, but it doesn't hit their salary cap. And that's what matters when I'm talking about dead money. Dead money basically just means like you have to carry the money, but it's not the big one. So instead of carrying the 53, you carry, it's probably 17, 18 for year 3, probably 9, 10 million year 4. So that's why it's like, it's when you look at the deal, it's actually not a bad deal, but the sticker shock of it looks like a bad deal.
Real quick, can I ask a question? Because I know this, but I don't know it. And I want to educate some of the people in the chat that may not know it, because I know everything. But if you know, you talked about a salary cap part. What is this? You always hear about salary caps.
Yeah.
Can they afford this within the salary cap? Do you know that structure, how it's built? What is that overall number versus how many do you have to pay? That kind of stuff.
Somebody in the chat can probably tell you exactly what the salary cap number is. All my stuff isn't set up where I can Google it. But let's just take this from $100. It's the easiest thing to do. So let's say our salary cap is $100. So we have to pay all of our players within our $100 salary cap. And in the NFL, you cannot go over salary cap. In the NBA, you can go over, pay luxury tax. In baseball, you can go over, you pay. In football, you cannot go over. So whatever it is what you have to stay in. I believe, and I needed to fact check myself, but I believe the NFL implemented that if you do go over the salary cap, they are going to start taking like draft picks from you or whatever. So most teams don't go over the salary cap. So if you take it from $100, and now I have to figure out who gets the $100. So if I just look at my 11 guys on offense, you would say the quarterback's probably going to get $25. Your left tackle is probably going to get $10, or let's give the left tackle 15. So that's already $40. So now the 60 other dollars, I have to spread that out to the other guys. And every team does it differently. So
Right.
like the Steelers, if you look at how the Steelers do things, we usually, our highest paid players, usually not this year, but our highest paid players are usually like a solid defensive guy, a solid linebacker. So TJ Watt in our case, solid linebacker, a left tackle. If you have a good one, he's usually paid really well. A quarterback, receiver, sometimes safety or corner. And that's kind of it. And then everybody else just kind of fills in. Now, obviously, I'm just talking. This is not how every team is structured, right? That this is never all of everything or any, but that's what happens when you break it down is you break it down by segments. And then if I look at somebody like Tua, so Tua has this large contract. His only salary cap this year hit on the total number is going to be whatever he's getting paid this year.
Right,
So, so right,
51,
so
52, whatever
if
it is. Yeah, that
somebody-
breakdown.
if somebody can Google the salary cap for the NFL, this will make more sense. I can't.
Somebody just put it down here in the chat. The total I guess salary cap for the NFL is
Yeah.
250 million plus 75 for luxury tax.
Is it 250 million? Is that the salary
That's what
cap
they
this
put.
year?
I'm going
Okay.
off of Anthony. Shout out to Anthony in the building.
So if that's the salary cap, so 250. So then Tua gets 50 million of that. So now you have 200 million to spend on the rest of your team. So here's the catch. This is why people are saying that the running back market, their pay is getting decreased because the quarterbacks are making a little bit more money. I have a theory that I think the safeties are going to start making a little bit more money. And so if somebody's starting to make more money, somebody is going to have to take away that money. So that's the structure and that's the push-pull.
That's an interesting call there. Now, I got a theory that the safety position is going to go away.
That's why I think so. I think the safety position is going to end up being more. It's going to end up being more of a hybrid. Remember a year ago, we kind of had this conversation. I think the first time I called into your show, and I said there's going to be more positionless football playing, and I think that safety position is going to be the position. I think there's going to be more safety linebacker hybrid things,
Really?
and I think that's going to cause that position to change a little bit because I think
I'm looking at a corner heavy, meaning remember you had this nickel position, the dime position. Now people call it the star and this, that. Now you have the slot corner position. Who does the slot corner take for? The strong safety. Because if you eliminate the running back, who typically covers running backs? Safeties or linebackers. Right. And you see people specializing in 4 wide, 5 wide now, or people like Le'Veon Bell who can go out and play wide receiver. He can line up out there and make trips for you. And a linebacker can't cover him one-on-one.
Right.
But a running back, but a corner / safety can. So it's so interesting to say that. But that's a whole nother show for a whole nother day. But
so and then so that's why I always tell people is like and then the salary cap moves. So 53 this year you might be like, God, that's terrible. Like they're using $50 million of $250 or 250 for Tua, but next year it might go up to 275. And now all of a sudden you have your quarterback locked in. You actually just gained 25 million or whatever it is, because now you don't have to pay. Exactly. Got
you. The market went up, but your guy stayed. So that's probably why they did. That's probably why they did Patrick Mahomes at 10 years, because it's 45. But if they get another 25 on the salary cap, he's stuck at 45. Yep. I get you. Talk to me.
Then at any moment, right? They could call in Patrick Mahomes right now and say, "Hey, we've decided to give you an extra 15 million." And Patrick Mahomes can say, actually, can you give me 10 and go get take that 5 million, go get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's the thing. It's about trying to get under that salary cap with all of the different players, and every single team is created completely different based on their division, based on their conference, based off of who they have and what they have, quite frankly. But at any moment it can change. At any moment, anybody, you probably hear all the time, like so-and-so restructured their contract, so-and-so restructured this. It's to free up money.
No, I love it. I love it.
So yeah. So, anyways,
No, that's a lot-
sorry,
that's
I'm
a
just
lot going on,
ranting. I
man.
don't know if any of it. Okay, I'm like, I think I'm making sense, but
No, it's perfect sense.
I didn't prep myself for this.
No, it's perfect sense. And I tell you, I thought you were the perfect person because you do a great job articulating the points where people understand it. You know, me, because I think at such a high level, I totally get it. But for the other people, I'm just teasing y'all. I'm just
I know.
But I'm just saying, no, for the chat, like I say, because I know how the salary cap work, but I didn't know the numbers. I don't really know the numbers like that. So no, I totally understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah. I think the other thing is too, because I had to learn this, is that you want to don't look at the contract. Don't look at the big number. It doesn't matter. Look at the dead money. Look at when it tails off. And I don't know. Nobody, I can see the chat now. No one's corrected me on the Tua thing, but I could be wrong. But I really think his dead hit, I think after year 2, I think it drops like 18. It's, if I'm doing my math right in my head. So it's not about the big number. It's about how many years are they locked in before they can let him go, which is why Bryce Young might be in trouble if he cannot figure it out. Spoiler alert.
Quick question. Would this be the way these contracts are structured? Because, you know, we primarily do a lot of college football stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the way these contracts are structured would be the equivalent to how the buyout would be for a head coach, that it goes down over time, right?
Yes.
It's not the exact number. It's the buyout number, right? I'll use Mario Cristobal, for example. He has a 10-year deal for $80 million a year. You don't just subtract the $8 million from the $80 million. Like if you're in year 3, you don't subtract $24 million from the $80 million. It's probably a certain buyout number, or like how they did Jimbo, for example. Although it was extremely high at $72 million, he probably had more on the books if you just did the raw math of subtracting his salary. But the buyout
you lose your incentives. So you just and that's when I think when people think about what they hear in sports, we always hear the big number because they want you to hear the big number because that brings you attention. That makes you click. It makes you read. But really what you need to be looking at is kind of the under things, because some, like, I don't know Sark's new deal. I don't know, but like Sark I think he was making like $8 million or whatever. But there's so many incentives that could have took him over to like 11, 12 million. But if he was to get fired, he loses all those incentives. So that contract that you think is this huge contract, there's a lot of these like little bitty, like
the Ricky
things.
Williams effect, huh?
Mm-hmm. So, and now obviously he got a new deal now. I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
So yeah. So that's my overview on how So you guys started off by saying, I don't know why they paid him so much. I don't want to. Yes, but kind of no, if that makes sense. And that's why those shows kind of piss me off, because McCoy knows this. You know what I mean? Like he knows. But I get it. It's a show. They have to whatever. But like
he's also advocating for maybe a position in which kind of like he played, where he thinks is as important as, because think about it. If you're out there throwing the ball and you're the quarterback, I get it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you win the game by doing this. Hand it off.
Yeah. See, and that's the $1 million question, because now like running backs used to make really good money and now they just don't. And so he is fighting for that. The running back position has been devalued in the NFL as of late for the past probably 2-3 years. And I'm not talking by like a couple of million. I think it's like a $10-12 million swing. They're just not getting those big deals anymore.
Street.
That's why too, if you look at college, that's why if you notice the college game is transitioning, where a lot more running backs are catching the ball out of the backfield and trying to, be a different type of running back, because that is what they're hoping is going to kind of keep them, in the weird thing. And then obviously the rise of the tight end position has impacted things too. But anyways,
I'm say something controversial.
Okay.
I don't think it's
here. Why not?
Of course. Because you almost pulled the muscle, not giving up. Listen. Street, and you tell me if you agree. I said this me see, I started my shows in 2020, probably 2021, 2022. I started saying the I formation is coming back. And it's funny. I believe the NFL, sometimes I wear a tinfoil hat. And I wear it because I think it's a way that they can get talent for cheap. The reason I say the I formation is coming back, you're starting to see it in college. I think you'll see it in the NFL because it's advantageous from a personnel perspective. We just talked about defensive guys not being able to cover, right? From a strategic standpoint, not being able to cover a Le'Veon Bell that goes out, right? It's not like you don't have the third down back. Remember the old Travis Minor and Harold Miner. I'm thinking about the Heat. Travis Minor and those guys, the third down back guy. So I want people to realize defense always recruits to the offense, meaning when you saw when you started getting those 4 wide guys, you remember West Virginia with Rich Rod?
I don't.
They had the four wide receivers throw the ball around the yard. He had the red and the green wristband. Yeah. They were just, shooting darts out there. The reason they could do it was because they couldn't match up defensively. Because when I put trips to this side, my Mike linebacker got to try to cover a damn Devontae Smith.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to happen.
Couldn't do it. So what did people started doing? Let's go get an oversized safety and make him a linebacker. Right?
Yep.
Now you got a bunch of that. So what do they start doing? I just only got to recruit one of these guys out of my class, a fullback. And now when I go 21 personnel, you got an oversized safety going up against a Mike Allstott body. But remember, I've only invested one scholarship spot for this one guy for this particular package. But it could change the whole outlook of this game.
Yeah. Especially if they give more scholarships too. Because I saw that report from across.
Yeah, so now, But I'm just saying, so if you think about it, if I get one, maybe 2 fullbacks, I give up 2 spots or whatever, I can change the whole complexion of this game. And I think you're starting to see that. You had the tight end that was the H-back, but he still was a receiver. You know, the Brevin Jordans, the Kyle Pitts bodies, but they still weren't no hammerheads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They weren't coming A-gap ISOs. And that's why I think the offense is going to start getting the advantage. You know what I mean?
So you think they put a fullback back in the game?
He's already there. Go watch some of the games, not just on short down yardage. You on 3rd and 7, 2nd and 8. Because they're outmatched, they don't have the personnel physically to match the ISO. The 245-pound, 250-pound.
This would be interesting. The interesting thing is the league is all about scoring points, right? And it'll be interesting to see if it ever goes back to something that's not faster, like not, you know what I'm saying? Like if you start going back to I formation and pounding the ground, and I think that changes what the league has been changing the defensive rules for. That's all they want to do is see the offense dominate the defense. That's it. I mean, it's obvious.
And you'll see that. And that's what, to your point, the ownership can't really tell you what to call, because if it's working and we pounding and we getting 5 yards, I think football has the ebbs and flows, and they do that.
And
you
the
see
offense,
people sticking their nose at people offense and defense all the time.
right?
Yeah.
And it's all about who can steal what somebody is doing and make it better. The problem is, though, is you have Patrick Mahomes, and if he can score in 17 seconds, I don't care what you put out. Like, so he gives you this weird issue of greatness, and sometimes it happens. Is that you like, how do you beat that? If you can't stop, if you can't stop the run, that's a different issue. But, the Chiefs have been historically good at stopping the run. But I think that's also the other part of this. It's like, if you can stop it and you neutralize it in one game, the other team has to be able to adjust and say, okay, that was cool. That was our game plan, but that ain't it anymore. Like,
That ain't it anymore.
Change. Like, we tried it. We didn't have it. Like, let's get out of that thing.
Like for example, I say this to bring up Colorado. We know that Shedeur Sanders can throw a football.
No.
That's not a question. No, but I'm just talking about. But part of the strategy, Shedeur can't beat you if he's sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
So if I'm pounding the ball, and with the new rule where the clock continues to run regardless of first downs or not, that's less time Tua has on the field. So if I can pound this rock, I guess it'd be a Diddy moment there or a pop. It sounded like it should be. So I'm just gonna throw it there. But if it fits, appreciate it. If it don't, forget I said it. But that's part of defense too. Is on offense is to say, and I've said that last year, a big defensive strategy is to keep Tua off the foot. If I can keep 2 and 12 off the football field working together, I'm winning. If I could take 8 minutes of a quarter just by continuously getting first downs.
And you're 100% right. And to be honest, this is one of the reasons why I don't talk Colorado football, is because I think that when you talk football, it's about the defense and the offense. It's not just about who you have on one side of the ball that's going to be amazing. And to me, I don't even want to start having the conversation because I don't know what we're going to call on defense because I've never seen this guy do that. And I don't even know if we can stop the run. So until I know those two things, to me, there's nothing to talk about because I already know what I'm getting from Shedeur. I already know what I'm getting from Travis. And I'll give them that. I already got that.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Let's go back Caleb Williams then. If we play USC, to keep Caleb Williams off the football field, then we run the ball against USC. Maybe I should have used that. I just brought him up because I think he is the bread and butter of their team. And everybody, to your point, everybody talks about the offensive side in him, but he can't hurt you if he like this.
Right. So here's where it gets interesting is let's use that same example and let's think about the Super Bowl. If we can remember the Super Bowl, I think that was the 49ers game plan. Freaking Brock Purdy just couldn't complete a third down to save his life because they were running the ball. They were doing everything they needed to do, and they needed Brock Purdy to at least complete some passes here and there to keep them on the field so they can continue to run the ball and to continue to run clock so that Patrick Mahomes didn't come back on the field. And then, of course, I think because it was like a low-scoring game. I remember at halftime, I was like, this is terrible. But it was because I think San Francisco's plan was that. We have a good running game. If we can keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, it gives us a higher probability to win. And they were doing it and it was working. And then it was like, I think the Chiefs kind of figured that out, right? They made the adjustment and they were like, we're going to come after this guy. Okay, now we see the game plan. We're going to make the adjustment. And they did. And the game went how the game went. And it just kind of was what it was, but that's football. That's like the things of football you'll never hear unless you're diving into like the specific things of what happened and why, I feel like. And the funny thing is I'm not an X's and O's girl. I can talk football, but I always say I'm not an X's and O's girls because there's always like a boundary that I can't go to. But overall,
don't talk about the boundary. I advise you don't ever bring up the boundary. Just stay in your lane. Just talk about what you get. You sound perfect. Don't talk about what you don't ever mention what you don't know. But the pro game is different than the college game. Michigan did run the ball this year, right? And I think 5 years from now, we won't remember 3 people that were on Michigan team because they were so boring to watch.
Maybe. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if the NFL ever allows somebody to exist. Team to exist turning into that. It's entertainment, bro. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. I just don't think
as far as running the ball,
just boring like that.
Like the ball is more exciting.
Throw, right? Michigan ran the ball against Ohio State. They did not pass in the second half one time.
So a little pushback on that though. I think there and again, somebody in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong. There were times when Derrick Henry would play the Houston Texans and he literally would run all over them. I mean, he'd have like 250 yards, 212 yards. And it was like that. So it can happen in the NFL. I remember a time probably like 2012-ish where Le'Veon Bell had like 200 yards against the Tennessee Titans and they're just literally turning and handing the ball off.
But that is entertaining. I think that's entertaining. What's not entertaining is when it's 3 guys with 75 yards.
Well, but my point is like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And that's the thing I always tell people is like, if it works, you do it. I think too many times these coaches fall in love with their playbooks. And it's like, line the ball up and run the ball 13 times.
Talk to him.
I don't
Hardly flawed. Hardly flawed. Talk to him.
Like, you do what works. So whatever works, do that thing. If they're terrible on the left side of their defense, guess what? Every play, run it to the left side of their defense.
Listen, you just said a mouthful. Listen, you literally just said a mouthful. Because I said that people fall in love with their playbooks. I drew up this great play, and it's going to work because it worked on paper, which is 2D and not 3D.
It all week.
Yeah, we practiced it all week. And you go in there and you find out the simple old 26 stretch is wide open, and it's one of the most basic plays. And it go against you don't get your guru patch that week. So to Street's point, I do believe it is entertainment, right? I equate the pass to the 3-point shooter in basketball, right? People go watch Steph Curry because they want to see how many of them he going to jack up, how many he going to make, and how far away from that 3-point line. Is he going to be 1 inch from it, or is he going to be 3 feet from it and still make it in your face? Is he going to shoot it from half court while it's in the air, turn around and do like this, and before it goes in? Of course, that's the entertainment value piece of it to the fans. But I also do believe that, to your point, Flaw, that if something is working, I don't believe ownership will jump in its face to stop it because it's working. Now, if you try to run the ball and it ain't working, they're going to be like, make it exciting if we're going to lose it.
Yeah,
right?
Come see, i.e. the New York Giants.
Right. If we're going to lose, throw it 80 yards down the field and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But if we can get 3 yards in a cloud of dust and walk out of here with W's every Saturday or Friday or Sunday or whatever, then they'll be like, it's kind of like the coach who make mistakes, but he undefeated. But that coach made that same mistake and he 2-8.
That's true.
Hey, get that dude up out of here, man. So
I think it should have been happened though, Hayes. I mean, I think the defense they've been through that second defensive back on the field. I mean, so it's been there for the taking.
What you mean?
I just think it's been there to run the ball. I think it's been there to run the ball. It's.
Oh, it has. The problem is you have a new wave of coordinators who fell in love with the air raid.
Right.
They fell in love with the passing. Bro, I can tell you right now. Actually, I don't see how is a clip about this, which is perfect. But, bro, these people fall in love with their play because they want to be the Dick LeBeau. They want to be the guy who invented the zone blitz. They want to be the one who is the Mike Leach or what's my man Mike Leach learned from? Start with an H. Come on, Hayes, talk to your boy.
Hogerson?
No, not Dana Hogerson. Homie.
Yeah, the same guy who Dawson came from, right?
Yeah, I can't. It's gonna come. They're gonna say in the chat.
How Mummy?
Yes, how Mummy? Yes, yes, yes. I was saying homie. Maybe Patrick Mahomes was on my mind. How Mummy? Those kind of guys, right? And so everybody wants to go to these clinics in January and say, yes, right here, I realize the guy takes his jet step, and once he does that, he leaves himself open, and I can come through here, and I can hit him here with the reach back, and everybody want to be a guru. And at the end of the day, it's the same 11 gaps. It's the same, bro, same 5 coverages.
But
it's just mixing and matching.
theory on that though, Hayes. Really far. You saw that fly across the camera?
I did. I was like it was coming towards me.
We in 3D, baby.
Hey,
Welcome to the
on
Togo.
that, Hayes.
Happy games. Come to me,
Put theory on that, dog. There's a flaw. There's a flaw in the way the coaching thing is set up. The coaches get hired.
It's really
and
flawed.
they get fired pretty fast, right?
Mhm.
They get hired and they get fired 3 years. They get fired 4 years, 3 years, and they out of here. So when you talk about them wanting to be the guru, right? Because there's a flaw. You have to kind of create, as a coach, you have to kind of create your brand, right? This is what Mario does. This is what
Kirby Smart does. This
Kirby
is what
Smart does. And you got to create your brand and we were successful doing X, right? And that keeps you getting jobs.
Agree.
And
I
I
agree.
think it's a conflict because we always think it's about the orange and green, it's about the logo, and that comes first, and that's what they say. But at the bottom, the truth of the matter is that there are real live jobs, lives, families attached to these guys that are getting fired, and they're always looking for the next job.
So to your point, Street, it's very
So
political.
sometimes I do think they put themselves first.
Oh, of course. By
Yeah.
no stretch of the imagination. No, I agree. But it's a fine line
Right.
where you can transition from being that guy, my stuff works, to winning. Perfect example. Cliff Kingsbury, the quarterback whisperer, gets fired at Texas Tech. A mediocre season at Texas Tech, goes to the Cardinals, does the same damn thing. But because he had Patrick Mahomes, he's the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
He said this. Bro, the dude was in Taiwan somewhere, and they brought him back because he did a great job branding himself. Yeah.
Yeah, it came clear to me when Al Golden, who I thought was a good coach, wouldn't fire D'Onofrio. It came clear to me that the coaches had an allegiance to each other and not the brands that the schools that were firing and hiring them. It came clear to me because if D'Onofrio gets a job, he may one day be the head coach somewhere, and Al Golden may need a job.
Correct.
I'm loyal to D'Onofrio and not the University of Miami is what I got out of that.
So you think the coaches are more loyal to each other, their brotherhood, as opposed to where they're playing when it comes to making decisions?
It's kind of like females and males, right? Like it's kind of like females and males. It's kind of like.
Come on, don't mess this up.
No, what's more important is me making relationships with other guys that can get me on at my next job. So their allegiance comes before the University of Miami. I'm going to keep getting him paid. D'Onofrio is still out there, right? So if Al Golden ever fell off, you hire Al Golden.
Well, I definitely think though there's part of coaching that is building that relationship naturally. Because the opposite can be true too. Like I could walk into your room and I'm the head coach and Coach Hayes is my offensive coordinator. And the whole time Coach Hayes thinks I'm a complete freaking idiot, but he's just kind of going along with whatever I'm saying. But once that our gig is over together, he's walking away and he's like, oh God, I hope I never have to work with her again. Like,
yeah, but I'll tell y'all this, to your point.
Mm-hmm.
The favorite word in coaching, and it burns me up. He's a good guy. I don't care who you're talking about. If Lucifer had coach in front of his name,
there you go.
If Lucifer was Coach Lucifer, and you say, just do me a favor, really flawed, ask me, hey, how's Coach Lucifer? Watch this.
How is Coach Lucifer?
Oh, he's a great guy. I mean, listen, really passionate. He's an awesome guy. Awesome. Great coach.
That's how they do, huh? Because
Bro,
it's an unspoken rule, right?
There's no difference in politics. We literally watch y'all
Can
up
we talk
and
about
I'm
that
not
here?
getting political. Yeah,
Oh.
we
Oh.
but it's the same thing. Bro, when I watch, and then you go in the office, that guy's an effing idiot. I don't know. If you ask, because nobody wants to put the blemish, because you may need that guy again to hire
some
you,
other time.
to refer you, to be your voice piece at some point. And to Street's point, they don't care about the logo. These people came from Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. They don't care about the University of Miami and the history. It's brick and mortar, right? It's what it is. It's not. It's a logo. It's a job. They don't have an affinity to them. It's for us. We're a fan. We're tied in to them. It's where's my office? Where's my shirt? You ready? And they go, that's it. Man, I love it here. No other place like Miami.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah. We have the best fans. You know, they get here early. They're loud. Yeah, same.
And they say the same
conversation, dog. The week that school's going back to practice. Horrible conversation.
No, it's just, I mean,
it's a reminder your coach doesn't care about your school.
Now, I will say this, and I'm gonna tell you the flip side. You typically don't see alumni do well at their school because of that particular reason as well.
Because they care. No, I know.
I agree. And they make decisions through emotion and through the love for the university and what the university did for them, and not what's best for the team. Right. They're thinking about for example, I was just using Mario Cristobal, but you can insert school there. You can look at Scott Frost at Nebraska. You can look, whatever. But they're emotionally tied. That's why, I tell y'all chill out, man. I be watching The Resident. That's my little guilty pleasure. And you can't do surgery on people you have a relationship or tied to, because you're emotionally tied, and it can cloud your judgment. It clouds your judgment on what you should be doing. And it's the same thing in coaching. You go in there and you like, I love this school so much, I want to do X, Y, and Z, but really A, B, and C is the better option.
Well, that's why I think it's best to get a coach that doesn't love the school, that learns to love the school, as opposed to getting somebody that is an alumni. I've never liked the alumni hire. I like an outsider, because it's hard for you to honestly assess your own stuff when it's like your love and your baby and you wanted this job your whole time. Like, what are you doing? Get over that. Go win games. Don't fall in love with your playbook. Go win games. No loyalty. Go win games. I don't care if they're running. I don't care what that looks like to you. Just go do it. But, that's also how I view this. I'm like, go win football games. We hired you to win football games. Yes, build men. Yeah, all those things. Yes, do that. But if you do that really well and you lose football games, none of that matters. So first, let's do what we need to do. Let's win the games, and then let's figure out the rest of this stuff. But of course, that's me. I'm old school. Win.
No, bro. No, when I heard somebody say a coach was trying to saying, "Hey, listen, I want to win this way." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we want to win. We want to win this way. Then I was saying, I was like, isn't winning the first thing? Like, yeah. No. We want to scale that back. We're gonna win this way. Then I started questioning it all. Like, wait a minute, man. Like, what are we talking about here?
You should be fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like. And listen, I've never coached football. I've never played football, which is fine. But I watch it all the time, and I see it's the same thing. It's like we said before, they fall in love with something. We all know it's not working, because we're seeing it not work over and over and over. And it's like, right. Do that one play that you've done 3 times, the ones that have given you 10 yards, 12 yards. Let's do those plays. And it's like, sometimes it just makes you wonder, like, what's going on the sidelines? Like, is there not somebody saying, hey, okay, we've gotten, 10 yards with these 4 plays. Let's do those again. Is nobody saying that?
So the problem is football is getting like basketball. It's based on the analytics.
Oh, hell, well, that's the problem.
You know what I'm saying? The young people are into the iPads and let the computer basically coach for you. I've always asked this because, again, I'm an NBA expert that doesn't watch the game. And I always wondered, why are people taller but play perimeter games? Why are more people not attacking the offensive board? I never understood. This guy is shooting. In the midst of shooting, the other 4 people are running the other way because the analytics say blah, 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 blah. Right?
Fair.
And football is getting that way. The analytics say. But if you look at a successful coach, you don't see Nick Saban walking around with no damn iPad.
No.
You don't see Ryan Day with
Belichick.
an iPad. They have a call sheet and they got a pen. You look at, let's go to NFL, Andy Griffin. Andy Reid, he's got his marker, right?
Mhm.
Jim Harbaugh got his permanent marker. And there's an analog way of checking yourself. Yeah, maybe the analysts can help you, but there's also a gut feeling in there that you have to have when you're coaching. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening in football is the computer is starting to take over. Because I remember we used to input data. Bro, it's too much data. It's too much. Listen, we used to give reports. This is crazy. On 3rd and 1, you get a report about 20 pages. On 3rd and 2, 20 pages. 3rd and 3, 20. Bro, who can analyze all that?
And why?
Kiki.
Yeah, but unless Kiki gonna be like, based on the analytics, you must run
Right.
23
Kiki can turn
down.
that thing into a tweet.
Can you imagine?
But
Yeah.
as the human, I have this data, but I have to be able to your point, I will have to be able to go through 20 pages of data on 3rd and 1 to find out the perfect call within 25 seconds based on what they're doing. And I got to get that signal in. Actually, I don't have 25 seconds. I probably got about 10 to get the call in because they got to come to the line. Blah, blah, blah. So unless Kiki going to be like 3rd and 1, Kiki be like, yeah.
Run the ball.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming.
Linebacker, run,
Listen,
trips
man.
wide, closed,
Yo,
23
Streeter,
down.
Yo, Streeter, what's
Motion
up,
wide,
homie? I
okay.
see you, man. Shout out to Travis McNichols, man. One of Miami Lake's greatest running backs ever, dog.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Travis in the building.
Shout out to Travis. The other thing I want to say too is the thing that pisses me off about analytics, and this actually lost the Baltimore Ravens a game against us, is they don't take into account anything. Weather, who's hurt, who's not available to even go run the play, who's hurt on the other team, what's been working this game. Like, it's like all of the things where it's like, and they're like, well, the analytics said I should have punted. And I'm like, did it? What factors did it tell you should punt? Because it's 4th down and 1 on the whatever. That tells you nothing. That your guys looked out and saw there was 10 guys on the field. What do we do? It's like they're just like they're taking away.
Tell you that the left side of the field is a little bit more wet than the right side of the field. You never can run this toss sweep to the right side. Yeah, you're right.
It just doesn't tell you like the things. It's like, and the things are basic. I mean, we see it. We're watching it at home. We can see it from a mile away. I don't even know what a play is called. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope we do that again. That thing. And when I see them line it up, I'm like, we're doing it. Like, I can see it. So it's wild to me that they can't see it and they're on the field. Who cares what that paper is saying? Who cares? Just do it.
The analytics say you hit the hitch 4 times on the right side, but it don't say that Jalen Ramsey just went from the left side to the right side. And now you might need to throw it to the left side because they baddest dude is on the right side now. So that coach is like, we hit 4 of these to the right side. Let's throw it there. But they didn't realize the baddest corner just switched over there because their coach said, their analytics say they hitting you on the right side. See, that's the gut feeling of coaching. Mm-hmm. That's the intangibles that you can't compute everything. You can't compute that the 3 technique who's been killing you. Wait a minute. He just went down and the second 3 technique ain't nowhere near as good. Mm-hmm. Let's go right back there.
Let's go over and over till they prove that they can stop it. This is simple.
That happens often in games, though, right? Yeah, that
all the time, every day.
Yeah, I've
They're
seen that
going to
happen.
get hurt. Yeah, I think
Have you
that's
ever-
what that's. Go ahead.
Hayes, have you ever seen somebody on the sideline that was a real genius? Like it was like maybe he could remember certain things, or like he was like you look at him and be like, man, god damn.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna give my dog Forbes a shout out. Shout out to Forbes, who just became the girls' head coach at New Orleans. Forbes coached football with us a little bit, and then he was in the basketball. You know Forbes? You know Ken Forbes?
Maybe if I see him.
Been there forever. Ken Forbes was like a sports almanac, bro. I have to say this about him. He would sit there, watch the game. He understood the clock. Didn't have paper, pencil. No, seriously. He get on the headphones. He'd be like, Coach, you got 43. Just like this. He just be talking. I'm listening. I could never coach with two headphones because I felt deaf. Like I couldn't hear the kids, but I could have one headphone on, hear the kids, but still listen to him at the same time. And he would just be talking. All right, Coach, it's 3rd and 3. They went, they ran the jet sweep to the side, or they ran outside zone here 3 times. They got 4 yards, blah, 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 blah. He's not telling me what to run. He's telling me what happened. You got hooked here on the edge. He was just spitting game. It was up to me to decipher what he was telling me. He's not saying, Coach, you need to run this particular play. He was telling me what was happening. Coach, 44 guy, because he didn't even know the players. He'd be like, 44 just got hooked on the reach block right off the edge, and you lost contain with the safety coming down out of your cover 4 play.
So it's like a play-by-play.
Yeah, but it was so calm. It was information.
Was it helpful?
As hell, boy. As all get out. Because I could now, like one of my worst pet peeves, you talk about a pet peeve. If you're when you're on the sideline, you can't see across the field, especially if you're there. So usually I would call a play and walk behind and get a quarterback view to see. They snapped the ball. You know what my pet peeve was to an assistant coach? Because every coach has an area on the field they're watching. Coach, what happened? Man, he ran the ball outside. But you talking about want to slap somebody?
That's not, yeah. It's not
I know he ran the ball outside. When I ask you what happened, I'm talking about, did we get hooked? Did the kid fall down?
Right.
If he fell down, that means the play was probably still good. He happened to fall, or he got chipped up. Did they crack block him? I can't see. Don't tell me they ran the ball outside. You talking about somebody want to go upside your chin, boy? I can ask the lady in the stands what happened, if that's what you're gonna give me.
She's gonna say the same thing.
She's gonna say the same thing.
Exactly. And she don't even have to come to practice.
So you felt he, and none of this stuff was written down. He was just remembering this stuff. So you felt he
just understood the game. He understands the time. Very strategic thinker, dog. He understands the clock. Like he really did, man. Shout out to Kent Ford, who still there now, just became, I think he'll do I know he's gonna do an excellent job. He coached JV for a long time. But dog, Kent Forbes, man, was good on the headset. And mind you, he never came to practice. He didn't coach for us. He was just a homie in the stands that he go put the headset on, and me and him just had that chemistry. Like he'd be like, yeah, he like, Coach, he said, Coach, they ran trips to this side, but the dude is +2 of the hash. So when they doing that, tell your guys, be careful, look for this, and that. Because we used to do what they call a hit chart. And a hit chart would be on first down. So you have first down, second, long, medium, short, third, long, medium, short, special plays, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't like a real detailed hit chart. I didn't want a tally mark. Where on the field, these are the different zones. So on third and long, they like to hit zone 4. You can see the tally mark, 1, 2, 3. 1 over here, 1, 2. Well, I'm going to go where they had the most. He say, hey, zone 4, you got 5 hits on third and long. So third and long was 9+. Third and medium was 4 to 8. Third and short was 1 to 3 or 3 to 0, if it was short and 1, whatever. And that's just how we just had a great chemistry, bro. A great chemistry. And, he'll spot out, hey, 22 just came in, blah, blah, blah. We know they like to run this particular play when 22 come in the game or 87 come in or whatever the case may be.
But never tell you what to do.
Got it.
No, it never was like, Coach, you need to run this blitz right here. No, never Never really said that. Now, he may have said you might create some pressure, but that's not telling you to play. That's saying you could, hey, no, the guard is lagging right here. The guard he not setting deep enough. You could create pressure in the middle. But he ain't saying, Coach, you need to run that Miami blitz or you need to run this Minnesota blitz. No, it never was like that.
Yeah.
That's what I like about watching volleyball, though, because that's how I played and consumed volleyball. Is because it's just rotations. You move in a circle, and so what happened in the last time you were in that rotation matters once you rotate through, because it's almost like a repeat game, right? You go through it one time, and then it never changes. So you kind of know like where people are, where they're going to be, where you're strongest, where your weaknesses are. But also, a lot of that is film study. It's just like knowing things about people and seeing what they do. But even that, though, is a gut reaction. He wasn't telling you because it's 7th or 4th and 7,
No
and blah, blah,
emotion.
blah. Like,
emotion.
he was just telling you factual things that he was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think,
yeah.
Yeah, we need to get back to that. Every time I pull up something, I'm like, why are we doing this? And then the broadcast will be like, well, the analytics say here. I'm like, oh, here we go.
But I can only imagine you get some clowns on that radio too, boy, on that headset too, boy.
Oh man, listen, some dudes will be like, bro, tape up your mic.
How is that headset? What is it like?
I done heard him up there before, dog.
So
Some clowns, dog.
all right, so here's the headset. I guess the ones they have now, they had to flip up. You can, when you flip it up, it cuts it off. Flip it down, it turns on. Once you kind of set what you want, most people don't interfere. But when you first go, if you're a good head coach, and I'm gonna play this clip, and I think this is coaching 101 right here, dog. You set your rules. Every coach has a job. Every coach has a job in the game. And you hear me talk about this all the time when I look at games and I talk about McCain. All them dudes with them green shirts on the sideline that's standing like this, they should be doing something.
Oh, well.
When you're standing there like this, bro, when you're standing there, I don't care from the pimple-faced dude that's a student assistant to the most veteran coach. Bro, there's a job for you.
And
if you don't have a job, go get a ticket.
I was going to say, okay. Can we take this back a second? When you coach a college football team, I don't care what level, it doesn't matter to me, but when you coach a college football team and you come in and you designate as a head coach whose job is what, or can we talk about like how this works? Like, how do they get their job? And then who do they report to for their job? Does that make sense?
All right. So usually, let's just say the coordinators dictate what the defensive staff is doing during the game. Okay. So if you're the linebacker coach, you may be looking at running back formation, right? If you're the linebacker coach. If you work with the linebackers at GA, you may be looking at, let's say, blocking or whatever, right? Because there's 22 floating bodies. If you're a D-line coach, you're looking at pass protection. Are they a slide team? Are they a fan team? Are they a mom team? Or Bob, man on man, big on big? You're trying to catch. How can you catch them 3-2, right? The 3-man surface versus the 2-man surface. How can I attack these? Are they a 6-man protection team? Okay, so they're fan, they're 3-3. How can I get 4 to one side versus I can't even? Because in football, you don't count that my man is better than yours. I'm always trying to get a +1. That's football.
Okay.
Right. If you have 3, I'm trying to get 4. If you have 2, I want to get 3. That kind of game.
Okay.
If you're receivers, if you're a DB coach, you may be looking at the routes to the bottom of the field. There's another person looking at the routes to the top of the field. You can't see all 4 routes.
Got it. So everybody just knows their.
Well, you dictate. You tell them. Really flawed. You have this. Street. You got that. You got this. You tell them. And now, as the game goes on, you have to you can't have everybody talk to you. All of that is irrelevant as the series goes. What's important is there's one person yelling down in distance. As soon as the ball is tackled, 2nd and 7. Before the ref blow the whistle, he's already saying 2nd and 7 in the headset. So you are now on your 2nd and 7 sheet, 2nd and medium, whatever it is you have set up. So before the ref even spot it, you already really got somebody that kind of knows how to measure it. Second to 7, blah, blah, blah. Right? So he may say 2nd to 7, right hash, right middle, left hash, left middle of the field. So you kind of, those are tendencies as well. What do they run in the middle of the field or right side? Personnel guy comes in. Coach, they're going 21 personnel. 21T means two tailbacks. 20 personnel. Coach, specialty personnel. 88 is coming in. Blah, blah, blah. For example, New England was very good at this. 11 personnel, 10 picture. What does that mean? Gronkowski is 11 personnel, but he's with a 10 picture personnel, meaning he's going to line up as a wide receiver, meaning 10 personnel look, but it's 11 personnel on the field. So do you want to match that?
But I guess where people don't realize how complicated this really is this is happening. Like this isn't like, like this is like, and so
that's why I said you have to be organized.
Yeah, it's like,
and you can't have any emotion. You can't get caught up. Why? If you are a coaching staff about your assault, a dude could break it 50 yards. You can't be able to, hey, coach, 1st and 10.
The next play.
You got to be, It's like being street career. It's like military giving orders. Yeah, you just saw your buddy get shot. I got to keep going because if not, the rest of us going to catch it. Like, you got to stick
under fire.
There's so many emotional coaches on the sideline, though.
Yeah, but a lot of those
not
guys
all of them.
Conditioning. A lot of those are strength and conditioning guys.
Yeah, and sometimes like.
Well, I'm thinking my bad. I'm thinking high school. I guess when you get to college, it's a lot different.
But it shouldn't be.
Sometimes the coach, the head
shouldn't be. You're right.
Not
You're right.
Be the one calling the stuff, right? Because like Sark calls his own plays. Like he's the offense coordinator. He's all on offense. He's always because he has to be. When they're on defense, I've noticed he's a little bit more coachy, if that makes sense. He's a little bit more, like. I don't know what else he's getting? Like.
Yeah, but here's what's tough about him, or about being a play caller and being a head coach. You have to have a lot of trust in that opposite coordinator, right? What he's doing while he's watching that, he's listening to the analytics of the series just happened.
Oh, on the offense.
So the guys on offense are talking to him, coach, on this, when we went 3rd and long against our trip set, they went cover 6 on us, blah, blah, blah. That's why if you watch him a lot of the time, he's doing that. But when he's in that series, he gets down and he's writing the result.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he's getting upstairs. Coach, when we win trips and we motion, they check the 3. Because when we snap the ball, they may look like a 2 shell, but they turned it into 3. So he's saying, when I win trips, Zach, meaning Z across, guess what? They checked the 3. So now he looked on his chart in between that series. I'm going to go Zach this time, but run a cover 3 beater out of it. Let's see if I can catch the slip. This is chess, man.
Yeah. Well, I guess too, as a watcher, it's happening fast for me at home. I can only imagine how fast it's happening for people that I have to actually tell them what to do.
Listen, you be tired after the game. Like it's a lot. Like and again, that's just a small piece. Like Reggie brought up substitutions. You have to trust that if you're going to put substitutions in the hand of somebody, he has to know the scenario. He has to know the pitch count. He got to know how many plays drive. You know what I mean? Like even the DC, eventually when we get to 6, right? After we get to about 6 or 7 plays, somebody call out 7, meaning we on our 7th play to drive. 8, 9. Now you start knowing guys should be getting tired.
Yeah.
12, 13, 14. Like it's a lot to this, man. And so when fans see this and they just think, oh, you're just throwing the ball out there. Man, you talking about, and you have to remember, it's only one line.
Right.
So people have to talk in order. Like this comes up.
I always say though, I'm so obviously I love the game of football. I love watching it, but I love the things that people don't think about or ever talk about that are happening to even get you to that game. Because there's so much, and then like just the different position groups, and then you have the offensive line, and then I just there's so many dynamics that as fans, we don't often think about how hard it is. That's why people say it's hard to win a game because it's not, hard. It's a lot. It's not just like line it up and go. We practice this. Woo. Remember those 7 plays? Run them. It's like those 7 plays, we can't run any of those anymore. So let's like refocus. Well, some coaches still will run them, but you know what I mean? It's like dead man zone.
And you willing to take losses in some plays that are wins. Like a 1 or 2 yard gain is not a loss. It's a win for you because it went against the formation that was advantageous to you. Like, that's why I look at it. When I see people like this, like I remember we played North Carolina and Josh Downs and them had just scored. Bro, them boys was on kickoff. They had just scored. Remember that streak, like 50 or 60-yard pass. The offensive coordinator, the grad assistant was holding the whiteboard. The offensive coordinator was writing up the play, and Josh Downs like this, locked in. And he just took us to the woodshed for 60 yards. You look at us, we'd be on the sideline like this with the water bottle. Ain't nobody talking to him. They only talk to the quarterback. I was pissed.
That ain't that better.
Is that why they didn't kneel it? Is that why they didn't just kneel the ball?
Really flawed.
Oh.
Don't do that really flawed. You're going to start a fire in the comment section.
I'm getting triggered.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And what Pop used to say? You talking about my eye? Did you talk about my eye? Remember that? What was that when Pop was talking about he had that lazy eye or something like that? Yeah.
Don't do it really, Florida. That's
my bad. My bad. Let me stop.
Situation.
Yeah. and here's the funny thing, too. This is funny. Reggie says, Coach, how are groups in the booth upstairs? Chosen some teams have offensive guys upstairs, had a defense. It is a preference. I was never a booth guy, even though it's the best seat in the house. Mm. I just felt like I was more effective talking to the players. That was just me, my maybe my thing. Some guys like to be up there and just calling the plays, and they trust maybe that person downstairs has better rapport with the players than he does, but he's the brain of the operation. And this person downstairs, the mouthpiece. Because truth be told, you can't get a better view. But if you know your plays well enough, I know you were wrong at the end of the play just by where you were standing at the end of this play. Because I know you're supposed to be over here. Why are you over there? Either 1, you don't know what you're doing, or 2, they block the hell out you over there.
We need to do something where it's like before the season starts, where we can just ask football questions, because I think part of understanding how complicated the game is understanding this stuff, because you think it's easy. You're like, oh, I got a 5-star inside linebacker. He's got this. And it's like, no. Like, no, he has all the intangibles, but he doesn't know anything. So it's like,
because
his body's not ready.
A lot of those kids don't get that level of coaching in high school.
Right. That's
not because those coaches are bad. I want to be very clear about that. I love the high school coach. I think it's because the amount of time allotted to them. They don't have the amount of time. Remember, coaches working, they teaching. In college, it's football from 6 a.m. to midnight. Mm-hmm. That's it.
And here's your iPad, so you better study.
Yeah.
So since we started talking about quarterbacks, man, you can end talking about quarterbacks. You ever heard Brady talk about with Steve Young? He was talking about quarterbacks.
You talking about Tom Brady?
How the new quarterback and what they see. Check this out.
That's awesome.
Today's quarterbacking, a lot of it is the coach is trying to play chess, but the quarterbacks aren't. The quarterbacks are snapping the ball, and then they're going, okay, how do I react to what happened? And a lot of times, there's no perfect play that can be called from the sideline on a consistent basis, because they're just calling probabilities. Okay, there's a probability on 3rd down. In short, they're going to play man-to-man coverage. So therefore, on my call sheet, I'm going to call my man-to-man beaters. Oh, they didn't call man-to-man. Looks like, a simple cover 2 zone. This play isn't really working for that. Okay, in my mind, it'd be like, okay, let me get to my best cover 2 play against this look, as opposed to now we get the ball. Okay, we've got a bunch of crossing routes into cover 2. That's not good. Let me hold the ball and go run it. And then people on TV go, oh, great play, way to run. And in my mind, I'm going, why did you snap the ball? I mean, you clearly knew no one's going to be open, because I don't know, in all my years of playing, 20 years, that wasn't going to be open. But how do we continue to say, all right, quarterbacks, you got to see the whole picture?
No No, Brady, you clearly knew nobody was going to be open.
Right.
I think so, dog. He just explained that so elegantly, dog. Coaches are calling probables.
Probabilities.
I gotta see exactly in these 15 seconds. I gotta see exactly what the picture is, and I know for a fact most of the quarterbacks aren't thinking that fast.
But to be fair, are they taught to think that? Like, because I feel like we always say like what they're not doing because they probably aren't. But like, who's teaching them?
You know, okay. Hayes can explain this, but okay. Throughout their life, they try. Now, let's just take a conventional kid that's coming up playing quarterback. It's to his best. It's to his best. Just like a running back going to lift weights, right? It's to his best that he learns what the picture that he's looking at out there. Like, it helps him. It's like, even if the coaches never say anything to him, right? Because I always talk about playing John Madden and why the kids don't play John Madden, and they get out there and they can see the different. It looks the same. You know what I'm saying? At least the picture looks the same, and people be like, it's not the same.
It's not.
Right.
Go ahead.
I don't understand why when people say, was the quarterback taught to do that, right? I say to myself, well, as a quarterback, it's in your best interest, right, to learn what you're looking at before that ball snaps.
Fair.
But it don't happen, Hayes. And now, Hayes, maybe you know the answer.
I'll tell you why.
Happen, bro.
I'll tell you why. You know what it is?
What is it?
Previous success blinds you. I got here didn't have to do that. Especially your athletic quarterbacks know they always have an eject button.
Yeah, to go run.
When things go bad, I can get out of there. What you mean I got to look at all that? I was a 5-star. I know to throw the hitch.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Street, that's just that simple. Bro, how many times I used to talk about, and again, I'm not trying to pick on this young man, but I just like to bring them up because we kind of know of our conversation. I used to talk about in the good, bad, and ugly of Tyler Van Dyke putting on his body armor. His body armor was his protection. If you know simple math, I got 5 in front of me and they're showing 6. Homeboy, you can't go out for a route, block him, or I'm responsible for the 6th. 1 or 2.
That's just common sense.
If they're showing 7, that means they're +2. Remember, I talked about it. They're +2 of us. We have 5. I could Louis or Roger slide it. Okay, fine. They're +2 over here. I can beat 1 with my arm. I can't beat 2. Homeboy, cut your route. You're over here. They never do it because they think they can outbeat it. That's the problem. But Tom Brady, like I said, to his point, he understood that. And I'll go back and say this. That's probably why you see some of these, I guess for lack of a better term, I'll just call them mid-tier quarterbacks excel in the NFL because they're unmolded clay. They can be molded because they knew coming out of college, I wasn't the best. Let me listen. It's a blessing. I'm here. Right? Versus the Johnny Manziel who could wiggle, get up out of everything and still make a play.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah. And that is a difference. That's the ultimate goal. So you're probably going to do everything that you can possibly think of to do to try to figure it out. But
the anomaly is the top athlete, like a Deion Sanders is the anomaly. A top athlete that got it.
So the other thing that always like concerns me, maybe isn't the right word, but that's the word that's coming to my mind, is when athletes say, "Oh, I'm now playing for the Eagles and I've never learned this much about football." And I'm like, doesn't that mean they've had some bad coaches?
No, I know an NFL guy played for a long time, tells me he was coached well twice in his whole football career. And one was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tampa 2.
Listen, no,
his
coaches,
whole career really fall. His whole career.
That's wild.
It's not.
So
you know why? But I'm gonna tell you why it's not though. Back to those relationships. Think about this. Go look at Matt Rule. Matt Rule got the job from Temple, goes to Baylor, does a great job at Baylor. Who do you think probably a lot of the guys he took with him? Some of them guys from
the
Baylor.
guys from Temple. Yeah.
From Baylor, right? Temple went to Baylor. Baylor went to North Carolina.
To the NFL.
It's the relationship.
Yeah.
Are they different coaches?
No. So these guys ain't even coaching.
So no, a lot of times. And then again, let me ask you this: what does the quarterback coach now tell the $53 million a year quarterback when he's making $800,000?
Well, they can bench him.
Tell Tom Brady. Perfect example. My man got fired. Just won a Super Bowl, and they fired Leftwich the next year.
Yeah, so I guess and I guess that's a part of this that gets a little tricky is like we want to see, because I've been on record of saying like I want to see better quarterback play. The quarterback play in the NFL is abysmal at best. There's so many average that it's just a bunch of average and then the other guys, and it's so obvious. But the problem, I don't know how to fix that. And maybe we can't because we're paying them all this. We're paying these average guys $50 million. You can't really fix it. The only thing that's going to fix it is another guy that's coming in that's hungry and better. That's it.
No, the way Brady just explained, if we go back to Brady for a minute, the way he just explained what he explained, bro, like,
we're in trouble.
You know, you know he understood. Like now it makes sense how he was dicing up.
He could get out of problem.
He say you knew nobody wasn't going to be open. Brady, these quarterbacks aren't playing by those rules.
No,
and he was like, "Why did you snap the ball, Lamar Jackson? Like why did you even snap the ball?" The principals say, the rules say nobody's going to be open.
Right.
Or can we just say the basic thing? The rule also says that we know how we're lined up. We know how they're lined up. I know I have a check down. Throw the ball to the check down then. Throw the ball. Can we bring it back?
Because I get paid $53 million. I'll get paid $53 million to throw the ball 6 yards. I got to throw that thing down the field, coach.
I always say this. If Patrick Mahomes checks down, everyone should be checking down. There's no reason not to check down. There's zero reason to not check down.
Yeah, to Tom Brady's point though, bro, he's 100% right, and those are what they call students of the game.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, there are some people who get away with their athleticism. They are, yeah. And then there's some people who, because Tom Brady, and you have to look at what you're dealing with. Tom Brady doesn't have the strongest of arms. He ain't Brett Favre in it and John Elway in it. He definitely ain't running it.
No.
So what does he have to do? He got to be the cerebral killer. That's the only way he will survive. See, Lamar knows I got an eject button. I can get up out of there at any given moment. Not saying he shouldn't be doing what Tom Brady was doing, but that's what you see. Those are the kind of characteristics when you look at the player. Peyton Manning was the same way. Who he was going to outrun? Nobody.
Nobody.
Probably Tom Brady.
Omaha. Bro, I'm going to give you a check down where sometimes coaches get it stupid. And I'll say this real quick, right? I'll leave these people nameless. I don't want to embarrass them. They've already embarrassed themselves. I used to go to coaches' meetings. Me being a defense guy, but I love to go to offensive breakout rooms and stuff. They have conventions and stuff talking about, because that's how I feel like in order to beat the enemy, I got to be the enemy. I have to know what they're doing. I'm listening to a coach. Listen to what I'm about to tell you now. I'm listening to a coach talking about checks and audibles and so forth. And in order to run the quarterback sneak, you had to call out Nike, Adidas, whatever, sneaker, sneak. Get it? Fair. Right? That's fair, right?
Yep.
Nike, Adidas, blah, blah, whatever. Get it? Air Force One, whatever. But this would have got real idiotic. in order to know which way he was going to run it, left or right, he decided to go east and west, right? So left was west, right was east. Because people know laser means for left, Roger for right, you know, that kind of stuff. This fool said, when we want to go here, we're going to go Bangkok. Everybody like, what side is that? No, you know what it was? Don't worry about the word. It's what hemisphere this country's in. The Western Hemisphere or the Eastern Hemisphere? Are you
Is it in the Eastern?
I don't even know.
I think it's in the Eastern Hemisphere.
What I'm trying to tell people
But
is,
he knows that.
but that's when I talk about the guru patch.
Yeah.
You wanted to go up there and sound like a genius in front of these people,
Now I need to know where that's at.
right? You wanted to go up there and sound like a genius in front of these people when you just made football that much harder. Sneaker, shoe names, I get it. Makes sense. The kids get it. I understand. Right? But you
For
start talking
context, let me tell you how crazy this is. It is in the northern and eastern hemisphere. So that story just got dumber.
bro, because these people want to be, they want the guru patch.
Yeah.
They wanted somebody to say the same story, but on a positive light. Man, I was in this thing, and Coach Hayes said Bangkok, and that meant the Western Hemisphere, the Eastern Hemisphere, because we run the ball on the east side. And bro,
So you start calling out SOS and Reggie, like the first thought is that Reggie means right to anybody that hears that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as a coach, you don't care because you're just assuming that the kids ain't gonna pick it up and the team is on the other side, isn't?
Yeah, because can I tell you this? Most kids always guess wrong anyway because their right is their left. My right is their left. If I say Reggie,
they don't even compute that, huh?
But not even that. When you talk now, I have to say this: there are some kids you can't play with because they get it. But for the most time, remember those same players on the other side are trying to get their calls. They're trying to understand what they got going on. So even if you call Ray or SOS means same old run the play again. That's what SOS is. Right. I'm gonna tell you how I didn't get in trouble, but it was kind of funny. So the school I was at was called, our colors were black and white, right? So black was to the left because of the L, black. And people always thought white was right, if you know what I'm saying. I went there with it. Well, Street, you know there's a play in football that starts with the letter P. Really, Flaw, what play is that?
Leave me out of this conversation.
No, you should know. What running play starts with a letter P in football?
Running play?
A running play that starts with the letter P.
Power, right?
Power. Well, ain't nobody said nothing to me. I'm not thinking like this. Bro, we go in there, Joe made this check, right? And he checked it, but he could also check it in the huddle based on what a 3 technique was. And all of a sudden, that dude yelled out, "White power! White power! White power!" Bro,
that ain't gonna get it.
Bro, the referee say, "Coach, that's what you're talking." The next one was black power, and then he got his fist. Black power, black power, black power. He got his fist. So we had to go to silver. I just went black and silver. Black power,
silver. Power. Oh gosh.
But that's sometimes as coach, I'm not thinking in that realm. I'm
no. You're trying to using
the colors of the school. Yeah, I'm using the color of the school, black, white, red. You know that kind of stuff. Bro, you talking about something hilarious, man. And here go the funny thing. No one ever, while we was in practice, nobody had ever said anything to us about it. Because we were just in our own little bubble. We were in practice. And guess what?
I like that the official was like,
But the kids didn't even think nothing of it. Like, like they ain't thinking of none of the coaches were like, but it is what it is. But
Proof that racism is a taught thing. Oh, sorry. We're not going there.
yeah.
Sorry.
Look at this.
So I don't.
The reverse would be trans power. Reggie, 5 minutes, right corner.
We're talking about skin color.
Reverse would be trans power. That's actually funny, dog.
That is funny. That was funny. That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
Nah, but coaching is so. I love it. It's a lot of pieces. You have to be organized to be successful. And sometimes people get away with just out athleting people, and
Right,
that's
it's
fun.
better. Yeah,
But it's just you're just a better team.
just better.
Bro, I done
Right.
been to some practices. I'm like, how in the hell do they win a game? They basically play football every day, no practice. They stretch and they basically scrimmage for 2 hours every day, and then play a game on Friday.
I got two things. In football, high school football, youth football, the coaches always say we're not coaching against the other coaches. We're coaching against the kids. We're trying to outsmart the kids, not
That's
the
true.
other coaches. Do you
That's
think college, you think it's strategy versus strategy, or you think you're still trying to outsmart the dumb safety or the dumb quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Or you think it is strategy versus strategy?
So to your point, in high school, yes, you have more kids that don't know. So you are coaching against his.
Heidelberg told me that one time. He's like, man, I'm trying to outsmart 38. I ain't trying to outsmart.
Him
Right.
being naive, right? So a kid being naive,
Right.
that's why the halfback pass work all the time and but a coach worth his salt, because you go, man, look, I done told the kid something 1,000 times, but he still ain't done it. So yes, you're playing on that piece too, right? It's a lot of this their first time being in a real structured, if they're getting that kind of coaching. Yes. Now when you go to college players are the creme de la creme of high school. So you're going to get a lot of the players, the one or two guys on a high school team that really get it. You're going to get maybe 80% of those guys on that team because they get it, right? They're smart. They're cerebral. They understand the game. So I get that. And then when you go to college, NFL, that's the creme de la creme supposed to be of college. So they're supposed to be more. But then you just heard Tom Brady come back and say, why you snapped the damn ball? So to Heidelberg's point, yes, he is correct. I am trying to play against that. Like we used to do a push crack rule, right? Teams play cover 3. Single receiver, we would run power to the single receiver side. Don't care about the 3 technique. Why? Because I'm going to push this corner and I'm going to crack the safety. What is the corner's job? Deep third. If I run like I'm finna run a go, what is that corner going to do? Back the hell out of there.
I got that, right. You don't
And I'm finna go crack the safety, and what is he going to do? Think I'm running a post. By the time he turn around, if I could get past his linebacker, I'm chasing the corner. He don't even know I'm coming because he chasing the receiver. It's a push crack concept. But that's playing a 16, 17-year-old kid that ain't played enough football.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he's scared of getting what?
Yeah.
That one word. He don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all based on who you're doing. But as a general rule, I definitely understand where Heidelberg's coming from. In general, I definitely understand where he's coming from.
Interesting. Very interesting.
No, football is like that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. I know that you guys brought me up here to talk NFL. Now I feel like I'm learning more than I gave.
I love
You did a
it.
great job. You did a better job talking about contracts and quarterbacks than we would have did. Shit.
We would have came here and started playing the video game.
Oh yeah, Street. If you want to win, you got to put your helmet on so you can go back to your natural element.
Hold on.
You got to put your
I beat him twice. He just beat me once so bad it felt like twice.
Street, you ain't ready? Street, you ain't ready?
I never get Colorado again. I'm always ready, boy. I never
Are
get
y'all still
Colorado
playing
again.
Miami? Are y'all still Miami on Miami, or did y'all change?
No, I beat him twice. So then we played it next time. He got Miami, and I said I'll get Colorado. The comment section was like, play Miami versus Colorado. So I said I'll get him. He beat me 78-6. Beat me to death.
He took
Trying
that.
to gauntlet
He took that
everybody.
personal. He took that personal.
Hey, I'm in the courtroom.
He
They
was
say,
talking trash. He know I done took the lesser team. Now he's talking trash. He ain't even let up. He act like
in the
we.
words of
He was a
Mystical,
whole new guy.
oh, it ain't my fault. Did I
love
do that? It ain't my fault. Nah, I'm just playing.
That's funny.
Nah, man. But it's all good, man. Like I said, I mean, I love talking sports. And I love
You wanna
having
talk
those
volleyball?
conversations.
I watch it. Look at them girls in them bloomers.
Reggie wants me to do a volleyball like overview on just like, especially because like it's the Olympics, on just like the rules.
Okay,
Like,
can
what
I
is
ask
going
one question?
on?
What is
Yeah.
am I saying it right? The libero or liberon?
Libero.
What is what is their role?
They only play back row. So they can, so in volleyball, there's 6 rotations. And like I said before, you continue to just rotate through the court. You continue to rotate. And so they can only serve 1 out of those 6 rotations, if that makes sense. The other
But
thing
they
is
don't ever rotate to the front?
Correct. They never rotate to the front. They only stay in the back row. They play defense in the back row. They can't jump and clear the net. So if you see a lot of the girls can like jump set or like do different things. If you're libero, you cannot clear the net, but you have to stay in the back row. And then you wear a different jersey because the way that you get unlimited ins and outs. And then there's other rules that gets really technical. You would have to know more about volleyball, but there's only certain people you can come in for in certain rotations and different things like that. But none of that really matters. Most people don't go that dramatic. But yeah, so they play back row. They're there to play defense.
Do you have to have one every time you're on the field? Like,
you don't have to have one.
Oh, you don't have to have one.
You don't have to have one. Nope.
All right,
you don't have
I
to have
didn't
one.
know. But they're usually shorter, right? Because they can.
They're usually short.
Yeah, what do you call it off the ground? What do you call it?
Dig. Pass. Yeah.
Come on, coach. Talk to me straight.
That is your volleyball tip for the day. You were correct.
I'm talking about watching film, and I didn't know volleyball got that. I didn't know it got that deep.
Hold on, I got a better one.
You find a way to say the most. You know, what's the other?
I got a better one. When they put the numbers up behind their thing, they're talking about how many spaces on the net. Am I right? Talk to you, boy.
No, they're talking about where. They're talking about how they're going to block. So the way that it's structured is like,
you're supposed to lie for them.
So when somebody goes up to swing to attack the ball, there's different elements on the court. And so what the blocker is telling them is where they're going to block. Because if I'm here and I'm blocking, you don't play defense behind me, you play defense beside me. So that it's like gaps in football. If somebody takes an A gap, you don't come behind them and take the same A gap. You go somewhere else.
You know more than some of the linebackers out there, huh?
So same thing.
Look,
yeah.
Can I tell you this?
So if the blocker comes up and says 2, I'm making up 2. Everyone has their own system. The blocker comes up and says 2. Most of the time, she's telling you she's taking out area number 2 on the court. So you don't go play defense in area 2. She's got that with the block.
Gotcha. Bro, but I'm telling you about kids, right? Again, Street, Heidelberg, right? Use linebacker blitzing A gap. The D tackle goes in the A gap. What does he do?
No.
Run right up his back.
Yeah.
Because he don't take the time to learn where the defensive lineman in front of him is supposed to go when he really supposed to be in the B gap. Okay, he had a brain fart. Take his spot. Genius. And can I tell you this? I used to do this. This is God's on the truth. A parking lot. 2 cars go in here. You want that spot. This person beat you to it. Can you park your car where their car is? No. Absolutely Get the next spot, idiot.
Yeah. I used to.
Yeah.
It's hard. Beach volleyball is hard. Like what you see them out there doing with 2 people is incredible. It's hard. It is hard. I mean, working out on the beach. What did you say?
Is the court smaller in beach volleyball?
Nope. It's hard.
Oh,
It's hard. It's hard. Like, I always tell people, I always say you can tell how difficult a sport is by, like, if somebody can do it with more people and then somebody does it with less people in a harder environment, it's just hard. It's just
and
harder.
quicksand versus tennis shoes.
Yeah, it's hard. It's masterful. And the thing about beach is the rules are different. Obviously, it's a whole different environment, but even the way they do numbers and stuff is different because it's a different court. You know, because there's only two of you. It's like, if you don't go, it's mine. But if I do that, then what about this? But yeah. He watches on mute. Of course. That's usually what people say. And that's fine. And it's true. I tell people all the time, like, if you don't even know what's going on, at least you can watch a lot of cute girls playing and being extremely athletic, and you might learn something. I see Reggie saying he didn't know that you can kick the ball. You can use whatever body part you have available to you to play volleyball.
Right.
Men play volleyball too, so be careful.
That boy said, oh, right.
But yeah, but that's the thing though. It's so complicated. That's why when Reggie was like, "Can you make a video about it?" I'm like, it's so. It doesn't look complicated. It looks like 3 hits, whatever, but it's so complicated because you have to rotate. And most people don't understand the rotation. And if you don't understand the rotation, you can't understand the rules. So it's like, you know, it's like an offensive lineman can't go more than like 5 yards down a field or something like that. There's like similar things in volleyball that are like kind of wonky, where it's like, oh, right.
My bad, dog. My bad, dog.
Hey, whatever it takes to get it up, you got to get the ball up. That's the name of the game.
She be starting shit.
I thought we was gonna get out of here safe.
Whatever it takes to get it up.
We didn't,
because you have to keep the game going. And you can go on the other side of the net too, run outside of the poles.
That boy say, I know everything about rotation.
I'm gonna mute Hayes. I'm gonna mute myself. Just keep talking. Keep talking volleyball. Go ahead on. Just keep talking.
That boy say, I know everything about rotation. Oh, Jesus. I got so much stuff to do, man. Oh, I got to do it. LB, right here. Bottom right corner. Put it in the corner. You got 5 minutes.
No, but do J-Dub's comment.
Dang, I can't put you in the corner. I done jacked the whole show up.
Do J-Dub's comment.
Hold on, I'm trying to fix us back. Okay. J-Dub, let me see. Once you get it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Kenya. We are in the motherland.
With giraffes. It done got dark in Kenya, too. Them giraffes done went home. The lions must be come out.
Hey, lions and tigers and bears on mine. But no, we are street. You gonna get it in, man? What we gonna get it in live? We gonna cut this live and do another one just so I can whoop you. 10, 15.
Been here for 2.5 hours. We always get caught up in here.
Oh, that was my fault. You guys asked me to come on. I come on. I talk NFL. That was my fault that you've been on here for too long.
Really flawed made it really long. I just don't like.
Size does matter.
It does. Some people say it don't. Some people say it do.
Y'all didn't hear what I said?
What's going on? What you said? I ain't hear. I heard her.
I said, no, I was saying, you tell how long we was on the show. I said, yeah, really flawed. I mean, she made it really long.
So my channel is really flawed. If you haven't already, go subscribe to my channel. Hey. I have different sports takes on there. Different things. Talking about college football this week. There's some cool predictions. I'm going to release my prediction video tomorrow for the college football playoffs. So yeah, really flawed my channel. Ellen, can you drop the link for us?
How close are you? What are you trying to? You were trying to get how many subscribers? How close
you had 700 when we left. So what are you at now? Got to be 999.
when I was at 708 the last time I was here. I'm now at 810.
Let's go. Y'all clap it up. Really flawed in the building.
So we're gonna grind it out all summer long until I get there.
Nah, you're not that far. You said 8:10? You got this. You got this. Trust me, especially as the season comes along. This is the dead period. You know, it's kind of rough. At least the schools are just coming back, they're practicing and so forth. But Street, what you want to do, man? You want to do? Let's get I don't see how. You want to get it in at 10:15, dog?
Let's get it on tomorrow, dog.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Backpedaling.
Hey,
Yeah.
just don't forget to wear the
I got 2 shows tomorrow, man. That's why the night was perfect.
So what you gonna play it at the end of this one?
No, we're gonna get off and then just do another live with us just playing separate.
Not Google Man actually
Okay.
the only person that heard what I said.
I got to use the bathroom too, dog. My bad. You know, I'm AARP, dog.
I'm gonna go ahead and put your hands on you.
Did you see what I said? Not
No,
Google Man being the only person that heard what I said.
What?
That's funny.
What? LMV threw the link up. Y'all go to hit the link if you haven't subscribed to Really Flawed. Go listen, go pop over there, pop right back. Man, tell you, let's get it to a stack, man. Huh? 1K Really Flawed in the building. Let's make it happen.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. I'm always up to talk NFL football. I always tell people you might not like my opinions, but I have a lot of them. So
I love it. Before you go, we're gonna do it 10:15 Street.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get off here quick then. But let's do I don't see how.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'll start. I have I don't see how here. My I don't see how is brought to you by, see if I can do this properly. Dagnabbit. Sorry. My I don't see how is brought to you by Coach Hayes Football. What the world? The Coach Hayes Football Fantasy League should join in right now. I don't know what's happening. It got big. Listen, this is our 3rd year in a row. We got 3 different levels. 25 get you 225, 9 times your money. 50 get you 450, 9 times your money. 100 get you 900, 9 times your money. Listen, stop asking me, well, when did we do it? It's in the instructions. If you want to play, cash at me. Don't be like some people. I had quite a few people. If you cash at me the 25, I know it's for the $25 league. But how do you think I'm going to know what league, where to send the email so you can sign up? That means you got to put your email in the memo section of the Cash App. And it's right here in red. Your email address in the memo section, or I cannot send you the invite to the league. So if you donate $25, I ain't sending you $25 back because I'm nice no more. I've done that for years. I ain't doing it no more. You made a donation to the Hayes Foundation. All right. Also, make sure you check your spam folders. It will come from a company called Fantrax. All right. So make sure you check that out. It's right here. $25, $50, or $100. We got a couple of spots left in the 25, a couple in the 50, a couple in the 100. And the drafts, go check the draft date so you'll know. Y'all don't read. Y'all got to read. All right.
They ain't gonna read.
Look at this. Where's the $50 league? See? Or the 50,
They're not gonna read.
the 50 cent
They're not
league.
gonna read at all, dog.
But guess what? But yeah, we get mad at players because they make dumb decisions out there, but we won't read. We got to be able to read. Look at that.
Are you doing it live again?
Yeah, the draft. Yeah, we'll do the draft live. Only for one of them though, because depending on how many we get, we'll do that live. All right. So whichever one the biggest one, we'll probably do it. But again, check the dates, check all that stuff. And here's the last one. If you don't see my logo before you send the money, that logo right here, and you send it to somebody else, they got you. Coach can't help you. So make sure you see this logo. All right. Now, we've been talking about coaching, talking about all this great stuff, and I'm loving it. I don't see how for the day is awesomeness of coaching. Please, y'all take a good listen to this. The coach from Texas. Y'all check this out.
For the rest of the practice, I'm not playing music. All I want to hear is when we go 7 on a 7 and 11 on 11, all I want to hear is Gotsy give the play to the offense, give the play to the defense, and I want to see what these know. I want to hear their communication. I want to know what they know, okay? I don't give a what you guys know. I know what you know. I want to know what these know. We don't have a lot of time, okay? And right now, we're telling these guys to do what to do at every position on every play. And if they don't know what to do, then that's part of the evaluation. Then we cut their ass. But right now, we're telling them to step here, all right, in a line here, do this, do that. Let them play, and let's see what the they know, all right? For the rest of the
boy, if that ain't coaching 101, really flawed in D Street. And that's the NFL.
He was talking to the coaches, right?
Talking to the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the funny thing. You just talked about the NFL. See, one thing about coaching, you don't want to look like you don't know what's going on. You don't want to look like your group doesn't know what's going on. So what do? Enable them and enable them. And I'm so glad he stepped up and told them, shut the F up and let's see what they don't know. Because in a game, you can't stand behind it. That's why I kind of hated 7-on-7. You standing back there, you see the pre-snap read, hey, throw it to the Z. Before the pre-snap. You basically playing a video game and the kid is remote control. Because you want to win so bad, you're willing to lose the war to win these battles, if that makes sense. And I love what he said. And if they can't get it, they cut them. But I know what you know. I don't know what they don't know. Stop talking to them. Let them fail. Let's see where we can fix it. Man, that was awesome right there, man. That's coaching.
Yeah, because what you don't know make the coach look bad, right? So he covering for him. right.
He covered himself.
Look good.
And guess what? When you get to the game, you know what you can say? Well, coach, he did it right all day, all week, this week in practice. He did it right.
Boy, that coaching shit. But the more I learn about it, the more I hate it, bro.
It's terrible, bro.
All right, man. I don't see how it's brought to you by Investor Die, man. Investor Die. I just text somebody back just now. Text me, IOD Squad. 786-459-9499. You ever thought about investing? Want to learn how options work, crypto? Every day we put out plays. We jump into plays. You can just come watch us, copy it, ask questions. Investor Die, IOD Squad. So just text 786-459-9499, IOD Squad. Hayes.
Talk to me. Oh, this looks interesting.
Megan Thee Stallion is performing at the Vice President Kamala Harris presidential campaign rally in Atlanta, Georgia on July the 3rd. I don't see how they found this presidential picture of Megan Thee Stallion. They went and found the best picture. They could find a Megan Thee Stallion with clothes on. Hey, listen, but Kamala say every presidential race, she going to take it to the street. She'll get back to her white family later, right? Every time it's time to pick a president, she take it to the streets.
I ain't mad at her. Donald Trump got two dudes up there from New York with 170 felonies between the two of them. I ain't mad at them.
That's really taking it to the street. Dog, where did they find this picture of Megan Thee Stallion at, though? They had to dig deep her with clothes on.
Street, you the one just told me them two booty cheeks shaking was AI. You don't think they could put Photoshop clothes on her?
They put clothes on her. And they put it in blue and black. Man, they dug deep to get that picture, dog.
Man, yeah, they would dug straight to the Photoshop machine, took their head off, put a little blending on there. She good. What? Listen, I get it.
What's she gonna do though?
Hey,
what's the performance gonna be like?
What's she gonna do?
And what song are we gonna sing?
Really get song. She got one play.
What's the song, Megan?
I'm taking it to the street.
You gonna bring out Cardi? We're gonna do WAP? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I got that wet ass president. Hey, I got that WAP, that wet ass president. Huh? And Cardi B.
It's like it's the most random thing.
You know what she about to do? She got one play. She ain't got two plays. She got one play.
You in Atlanta, dog? You got to talk to the constituents, talk to the people. Hey, that's how you got to speak to the people. You got to speak their language. Hey, let's go. Dog, I ain't mad at them. It's time for them to take their gloves off, and I know that's a whole nother show, and we could talk about this, but I'm tired of it. When they go low, we go high. Man, look here. They go low.
It's time to go low.
Man, I'm
Time
finna
to go
chop
lower.
wood, boy. Listen. Man, look here.
Well, what do I like with more information? You got to change your mind. We saw what that didn't do anything. So we got to change that.
Uh-oh, y'all check the Oh, y'all can't see that. I got a big zebra just walk across the screen. It's a little different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really flawed. I don't see how I know you're probably not prepared, but just something that may have crossed your mind.
Yeah, put me back on the screen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn. That's a little direct, too. All right, now. Do you want the whole screen to yourself? I mean,
Thing. Yeah.
I don't see how nobody in the chat has commented me on how great my arms look. That is what I don't see how.
I want to throw a little muscle up there.
Let me see. Let us see.
Get it off the muscle.
You see this?
Don't give us your best.
Get it
Hold
off
on.
the muscle.
Look at this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shoulders looking a little strong right there. Shoulders
see what
looking a
I'm
little.
So I just
you
don't see
thing.
how. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything.
Hell no. LV, 5 more minutes. She really prepared.
No, I appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate being able to talk football. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun and appreciated. And also, I'm all for political conversation. So as we move forward into new seasons, you just let me know if you all want to talk politics one day on this show. I'm your girl.
Poly meaning many, ticks meaning many ticks. I don't know.
Anytime. That was
Nah,
awesome.
It was a good show. We love it.
Yeah.
It's 10:05 Street. What time you want to meet back up here for this drubbing?
Let's get on here 10:30.
Are you gonna wear the helmet?
See if I wear my helmet, put my hands on it. Put the helmet. Put the helmet right there, boy. Let me see. Go ahead. Which way you did? The helmet right there, boy. Put my hands on you, boy.
Dude, they would have seen it right there, really flawed. Look, it came back. See it?
Oh, the zebra.
Looking like Coach Hayes' mama after football practice.
Hey, football bill mama just up like that. Tell me, I'm a referee. I don't know. 256 people in the building. I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all having a good time. As you know, we're going to be back on 10:30. Street say he wants some get back. Guess what? That's all he going to get. Get back, Street. Get back in the lab. Let's go change. But matter of fact, I've been watching Cam play, and Cam be playing. He be like, put it Mafia in the chat. You know what I got? I got something for y'all. I need that. Yeah, coach. In the chat. That's what I need in the chat. Yeah, coach. Uh-oh. Shout out to, we got a person just joined. Hey, y'all clap it up. Person just joined the fantasy league right there. I'm just going to call you AB. Shout out to AB.
Oh, they follow directions.
They follow directions. Shout out to them. They follow
Kudos to
directions.
you for following directions.
Shout out to AB. I'll just leave it AB in the building. I don't want to put the whole name out there, but shout out to AB in the building for the $25. And if y'all feeling real froggy, we could do 1,000. 1,000 get you 10,000. Dog.
I would cry.
1,000, 10,000.
No, the runner up get 1,000. The runner up get their money back. That's the only one we give. We'll do a runner up on.
What is? I thought you had like a 25 and 100.
25, 50, and 100. But what if we did $1,000 slot? You could walk out with $9,000.
Why don't you do like 500?
You only got to skip
it's
12.
not my money.
You got to beat 12 people.
I mean, we could do a 500 too.
I mean, I'm not gonna at all.
I'm just saying,
I don't lose my money.
If anybody want to play in it, y'all more than welcome. 9,000 and then 1,000 to the thing. 10,000. Yeah, let's do it.
500 would be how much? 600? How much? $600? No, the fuck?
500 times 12?
No,
it's 600 after that day.
4,500.
So on your other leagues, it's just the winner wins money and nobody else.
Because it's so low. Yeah, it's so low.
Oh, so what you're saying for the higher dollar amount, you'll do
A runner-up.
a
Yeah.
runner-up.
Yeah.
Well, y'all go do that. I'll be in
All
be in the chat talking trash.
Oh, I thought you was gonna get in one of these leagues because you so. Oh, you gonna do the fantasy? Come on.
You know, I don't do college football like that. Like I'm not. Y'all are. I think I'm more into the NFL, the game, the players, everything. There's too many teams and too much minutia goes on in college football. Oh,
Minutia. All right.
well, because I was gonna say another word, and I was like, "We're live," so
Too much
I'm on my
farfart
best
moving.
behavior.
I love it.
All right, hey, 10:30.
Hold up. This nigga just tried me. Hold up. Stop being a simp coach. Street been doing this for months, and he never asked you to be on the screen by himself, and she asked you to do it without thinking.
They be ready, boy. They be ready to call us simps, huh?
Hold up.
And can I just say, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think we need to normalize that. So what?
Being simpy.
So what? What does that mean? So what?
Get out your mama basement, man. Anyway, again, right? It's always the people that what? I always say this. It's always, it's always the people that want to tell you what to do, but they don't contribute to the program.
Oh, not this again.
Randy Brown finna put my hands on them, dog.
Yeah. 10:30, dog, in 20 minutes.
Miami versus Miami.
I don't care. That'll give you time. Hey, that'll give you enough time to get them new tennis balls for that Walker.
Scary, yeah. I'm out of here, though.
We out
I
here.
really appreciate you, man. That was awesome.
Really much love. Appreciate y'all. Y'all go subscribe to LMV. Put it in the chat. Much love to y'all.
And he's out. He's like,
that boy said, I'm gone.
So tell me all the things that you wanted to say about him that you didn't say because he was on the screen.
Man. Can I tell you the truth?
Hey, if you leave early.
I ain't gonna do that. That's my dog. Football field mama. I ain't gonna do it. That's my dog. Now we always talk. I gotta do a your mama joke. Here you go. Footballville mama. I hate that I did. I done messed the joke up now because I'm thinking.
It's over. Joke's over. It's done. You tried. He clicked that button quick.
I failed. With all that being said, we out of here. Peace.